You're watching pressure, not panic, not chaos, just pressure. Because strength doesn't need to shout to be real. Becoming confident, convinced this space should crack. That numbers and noise will be enough, and the first attacks hit the wall the way they always do. But every unit they send, every strike they commit, it isn't breaking anything. It's feeding it. You can see the moment it sets in, when confidence turns into hesitation. So they push harder, more attacks, more resources, more effort stacked on top of bad math. Fires don't start here. They start on the way out. Because this wall wasn't built for highlights. It was built for endurance. Wave after wave, the result stays the same. Because defense here isn't passive, it's patient. This is what happens when pressure meets structure, when noise meets restraint, when ego meets a wall that doesn't care. Welcome to WWC Live.
What's up, everybody? Welcome in, welcome in. Oh, it's always a wonderful day. Oh, you know what I gotta do? I didn't do is get I didn't put Mike's information in. Gotta get Mike's stuff in here. Ran out of time today. Sage. Let me patch him up real quick. Mike's already here. He's already ready to go. Let me switch over. My little chip Mike out. Let's get Mike's. What's Mike's total hero power? Mike's strong. I know he's strong. Where's he at? Mike, do you know your total hero power? Oh, there you are. 172. Cool. Okay. Now I'm ready to go. All right, Mike. Let's say hello to my peeps first before I get going here. Oh, of course, there's Mike. Ant, leader of the effing North 670. That's right. I said it. Welcome in. Welcome in. Eric. Eric's here. Love OGs. Big fan of OGs. By the way, before I continue, He served his sentence. They've served their sentence in solitary confinement. You can let them out of purgatory at any time. There's no need to test on them any longer. They've earned their freedom. Please let the OGs out. There. This message is brought to you by QB. As usual, I've said my piece. There you go. Woo! What's up? Woo's for the children. Welcome in. Chicken Charlie, always good to hear from you. Let's see. I'm gonna do a quick look at season 6. Yeah, come on in. Come on in with Mike. Come in with Mike. Water's fine. Knee clapper. What's up? Chris 473 in the house. Knee clapper 578 in the house. Savage Phil. What up, brother? What up? All right. You gentlemen want to come on? You gentlemen ready? Mike the Sage is ready. See if I can get a. For those out there who are wondering, yes, I still need a new headset. Okay. Also said that. That has now been said. Oh, shit. Who we got coming in here? Eugene, 2078. Holy shit. That's awesome. That is awesome, man. Great to have you in, Eugene. All right, Sabs. I see. 1136. All right, in the house. Well, these numbers, these high numbers get me excited. I know. I love it. I love it. All right. Eric, Mike, you both ready? You down for the cause? Ready to put it down? I'm ready to jump right in. Water's fine. All right. All right, hold on. Hold on now. Guys up in here. Why would they be over there? No clue. Hold on. Don't. All right. Mike. And then add in. Oh. I always forget. Look at this. Look at this. Gentlemen, you there?
I'm here.
All right, there's Mike. Eric, you there?
I'm here.
Oh, damn, you were soft. Incredibly soft.
I can hear you guys. I don't know if you can.
There we go.
Okay.
All right, let me get you piped in. Get you both piped in here. I often say, let's restart. All right, gentlemen. Good. Give me a test. Somebody.
1 2 1 2.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. What did I do? All right, Eric and Mike, welcome in. Welcome in. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, Not bad.
Doing
Decent
pretty
start to the
awesome.
season, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, so wanted to get Eric in quick today. He had a few minutes, and he is, for those of you that don't know, Eric, what's your game name? You're Eric, like, what are you, Eric, like Schuster
Oh,
on
that's my YouTube. That's like my real name. My in-game name is Lucy. It's my cat's name.
Oh, Lucy. Okay, and then
Yeah.
because then on Discord, you're like my classic example of folks, because you're like roast this chicken or roast story chicken or like something.
Yep.
It's just completely random on Discord.
Yep.
And I'm always trying to keep track.
Yeah. I should try to line them up.
No. I enjoy it. It's like chasing my tail, trying to figure out who's who sometimes. Mike the Sage spoils me because he keeps it all even. He's the same name no matter where we operate, and it's like
Beautiful.
spoils me.
Yeah, I try. The only thing that messes people up is if I put the funny symbols in my name where they like, I can't search for you. So I put it back to plain text.
In the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that always throws me as well. We had one person I had to rename. I forgot what his name was now, and it was like, it looked like an L, but it wasn't. It was like a character. Or it was like a Polish L or something like. It was really weird. And I had to rename him so I can actually find his battle reports. I have to run across them all. I'll say it. But anyway, so Mike the Sage from the coordinates list is here. And then we have also Eric. Eric, you are OG, and if I remember correctly, OG like server 3 OG original?
Server 15.
15. Okay.
Yeah.
So here is Eric OG Lucy, I would imagine, right here from MEVI. Is that what this is?
Yep, that's me.
There he is. Okay. So he is currently in season 6. And give us a quick snapshot of what's going on with the OGs. So how is season 6 treating you?
I mean, the beginning of the season, it's fairly similar. You raise your resistance and go fight the bosses and stuff. But I mean, the map's pretty. The faction things are pretty cool so far. I like everything about it. I like the new strategies that they've added, except that as the third ranked alliance, they put you right next to the first ranked one, and we're just going to get completely ran over as soon as next week opens, and it's going to be terrible. So I'm
So in the
sure our
map-
first rank on the other side will completely destroy their third rank too, and the scores will be somewhat even faction wise, but our score as an individual alliance will be absolutely terrible.
So how did
So
that?
that won't be.
Well, how did that occur? So how do you? Because you're talking like where you're teamed up, or like how the map works, where you're right next to the other squad, right? Because they kind of did it in like rectangles. So
Yep. So they made it so that 4 and 4 are next to each other, and 2 and 2 are next to each other, like the enemies. But then 1 and 3 are next to each other, and 1 and 3 are next to each other. So if you're the third place alliance, it's rough.
See, the game does that nonsense. Like everybody just wants to see 1 and 1 right next to each other. Like, let's go, scrap it out.
Yeah.
You know, they always do this. They
yeah.
do this like Warzone Duel too, right? Like they'll throw somebody a bone just so the top server can like advance and move on. And you used to see that in even like the prior factions where they would always throw kind of a weak server in there or something. And you know, it's like, come on, it's crazy.
Yep. I mean, they've done a decent amount ranking wise to make sure that the first team are pretty decently similar, and second are similar, and fourth are similar. And that's good. They did a good job doing that. So I see why they chose the 4 teams instead of letting you choose your own 4. But yeah, 1 next to 3 is really rough.
So
especially
you're saying,
because,
though, let me just straighten that out. You are saying that you're the third alliance, and so the first alliance, there is a big separation between you two.
Oh my God, yeah. The first alliance that we have a very strong first ranked partner. They have like 37 million kind of amount or billion or whatever it is. And so they're very, very strong and they've been getting first place and like the taking level threes and all that first and whatnot. But they're on the complete opposite side of the map from us. So there's almost no way for them to get over here and help us. And the two top ranked alliances from the first server on the other faction started like 2 spots away from us. So next week, as soon as they can invade our zone, it's going to be just getting ran over.
Okay, so when you say strong, like how strong? Like, do they have VIP 18s and you
No,
don't? Or let me take a
no,
look at
not
your
quite
server.
VIP 18, but like, I mean, they have 3 servers on their server that are all stronger than any of us, and yeah, so it's a very big, healthy server.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So
And yeah,
that'll be rough.
on our server, some of the guys up there are mostly just kind of farm and spend a lot of money, but aren't super
Mhm.
active. So they're not super helpful, strong people either,
Okay.
unfortunately.
And you said they brought the like a version of the sandworms back that capture your base.
Yeah, it looks like according to the timer that only happens for the first week, but yes, it's like a big like bug or not a bug, a plant that comes and eats you.
Yeah. And I'm sure all of you remember that out there when the worm comes out and wraps your base, and then you can't participate unless your alliance comes over and kills the worm. So it sounds very similar to that where they did it with a plant.
Yep.
All right. Well, overall
Yeah.
view then, so far though, you're liking it.
So far, I'm what? Sorry, you
You're
cut out.
so far you're liking it. Like you're in.
Oh yeah, yeah. The faction stuff's really cool. Being able to talk with your other 4 factions. We made like a separate chat group for the leaders and stuff, and been coordinating with them, working on the faction tech and like the alliance energy. They had a bunch of new skills and stuff. So yeah, it's really cool. I'm excited to see how the pack works when trying to defend. But I think even if the top 2 alliances on our server form a pact and try to defend 1 spot, we'll still have a rough to go against the guys coming at us
Hmm.
from the top server.
Hmm.
So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. But
But
Eric,
you know, for now it's been nice.
what do you think of the mini game with the dropping down on the
Yeah, the drop and
platforms?
down game, it's fun so far. I mean, we've only done it twice. It's only been out for 2 days so far. But yeah. I see Chicken Charlie S if you get free red prints in season 6. And yes, if you get your war merit rank high enough, then you can get free 1 free red print set.
That's always good.
Yes.
No.
I
But
tried that
not
mini
sure.
game today.
Oh yeah.
How'd you do?
Oh, what server are you on, Mike?
Oh, I have an alt on server 30.
Ah.
To go along with his 27 discords, he also has all defense and last word.
Oh,
Very nice.
I only got that one because I can find out when the VIP 18 bases are coming out on Wednesdays. So I can prepare for them.
Well,
I'm like, while I'm on there, I might as well play the game.
one thing you should know, Eric, I mean, the coordinates list people are everywhere. They are everywhere. Look in your window.
Very
Look
nice.
out your window. There's somebody peering in. They know all. They know all.
It's me making a spreadsheet.
That's it. You're peering through a window making a spreadsheet. How about the fishing game?
I mean, it's not much of a game. You just throw the fish, try to time it right. If you get timed lucky, it'll be slightly bigger and improve your ranking, but you don't really get anything from the ranking. So it's just you just fish and then you get it back, and that's about it.
Use stamina.
For fishing, no. You buy hooks in the kind of like a store that the merit store that they have that they call it.
Hmm.
And yeah, you just fish, and then you can use that to either donate to your faction tech or to your alliance energy, and you get more war merit for doing that also.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, the fishing game isn't really much of a game. It's just kind of something to do, improve your score a little bit.
Good stuff. I'm exciting. Once we gotta polish off Gold Vein. Did you win Gold Vein, by the way?
Us? Oh no, we were placed as the top team on the defending side or the attacking side. And since we're on the early servers, it was still where the defenders get to choose their teams first. And then you just kind of get the leftovers as the attacker.
Mm-hmm.
So no, we had it really rough because there was just we had like 2.5 dead servers on our side basically. So yeah, we just kind of played for points.
Okay. You weren't able
Yeah,
to take
but
any buildings? You weren't able to get
no,
anything?
we got like 3,000 points out of the
Oh,
5,000,
that's
but
not
I
bad.
mean but we were not going to get close to getting the full 5,000.
Gotcha.
We were able to basically swarm the buildings that were already kind of high and get those up to 100 really quick. But then anything after that is when we just kind of got wrecked as soon as they had time to kill us because we were just didn't have enough people and they weren't that strong. So I'm glad that they fixed that for the later servers where the first team or the defenders get to choose one and then the attackers get to choose two. That seems like it make it a lot more fair than what we had.
See, Mike, they got to get them out of there. You know what I mean? It's just not fair. They are always
Yeah.
the short end of the stick, no matter what.
Yep. And no extra compensation for us or anything like that either. Just okay, yep, good job, guys. You're done.
Yeah. Test dummies. You can
Yep.
experiment on you, poke you. Say, yeah, I don't know, that didn't work very well on them, so let's change it up. It's like instead they should just pick a different, like add people in and just pick different groupings of servers to open things up instead of always you. You know?
Yeah.
It wouldn't really
It'd be
matter,
nice,
right? It wouldn't really
not
matter
sure
if
how
you
that's
just
gonna happen.
if you said, "Hey, listen, this time 69 through whatever." If you put us in the same schedule, it really doesn't matter who gets what first.
Yeah.
You can offset people and change your schedule. Like how quick would it take, like after the season when there's like a 4-month break, to just start, I don't know, 68 through 100 and start them in a season and let you guys go an extra 2 weeks instead.
Maybe an extra 2 weeks would be okay, but man, our breaks between seasons are already so long being the front guys. Like it's long. I don't think the early or the newer servers realize like we've had like 4 or 5 months breaks between seasons and stuff. Like it's been
Well,
long.
I think you're 2 weeks in front of us, so it's always like
I think
whatever
right
you
now,
guys have,
yeah,
and then we only get 2 week
everyone's
difference.
slowly, it catches up. You do, but yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, oh, it's long. I was counting it one time with everybody. This one, it was like 4 or 5 months. It was something crazy. Whatever it works out to be. So it is a long time. All right,
But yeah,
Mike,
the
you
map,
got any other
the
questions
map
about
is
season
very
6?
pretty and stuff.
Oh, what's there?
No, just the map is very pretty. It seems like they did a good job. I'm excited for the rest of the stuff, just not getting wiped by the top server. Besides that, it seems good. Kimberly comes out in a couple hours, so the tank guys are excited about that.
Oh, close your. Oh, that's true. Yeah, yeah. Kim first, which is going to be my my weakest one. But I'm sure everybody will be a little bit more excited. But those tank guys, good to give the tank guys. We come full circle and give the tank people the benefit again.
Yep.
Yeah, Mike, you have anything for season 6? Any questions?
No, not really.
Yeah.
I just pop in when I can, see what's going on. I can't even kill the first level Doom Elite, which is a huge crocodile.
You're struggling?
Well, I mean, it's just a weak account that I got.
What server are you on, Mike? What's your alt on?
It's on server 30. My name on there is Mike the Sage Beta.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not hiding it.
Even then, I told you, every account, the guy makes it super easy. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Makes it easy. Yeah, no, it'll be good. I'm looking forward to season 6 after we finish off some Gold Vein. But No, it's great. It's great to hear that that's going well. Anything else, Eric, to share with everybody?
Just hoping DVA is really good because the air people are getting screwed again with no 4+1 and having to use Carly if you want, or maybe put Murphy in the front. I guess we'll have to. I'm not sure yet because the new 4-1 card and the new air card only benefits the guys in the back and stuff. So
Yeah, so
it's
I
gonna be
heard
rough
about
with
this. I
that.
heard the battle cards. So for everybody out there that doesn't know, there is no 4+1 card this time around for season 6. And instead, they're replacing that. They have a missile card, tank card, air cards. And Eric was saying that the air card only buffs the back, not the front, right?
Yep, and just gives an attack speed bonus, and that's it. And it's a 1.5% attack speed bonus. Whereas the missile one gives out level 1 is 13.75% on the damage over time that the missile does for all the squad. Doesn't matter where they put it. It's like, oh god.
Damn.
The missile's gonna hurt a lot.
Hey, Eric, I was thinking about this, right? So, and was it you that I wrote to? Like, did you think about putting Lucius in the back?
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet because the card is still level 1 and stuff. Only been a couple days, but
Right.
I'm definitely gonna try it for sure. But I don't know who I'd put in front then.
Um,
Gonna have to be Murphy probably in the off spot, and then I don't know.
well, you put what? Oh, because you're still doing 4-1 even without the battle card.
Yeah, because Murphy's still better than Carly, and I'm about to get Murphy to 30 this week. I still have Carly only at 20.
Huh. I guess you put Murphy in the front if you're going to do it that way and roll. I would think with
Yeah.
everybody with Kim, I noticed that all 5 air together actually work better against strong tanks. But
It is
my
tanks, yeah, for sure.
my thought is if you put, because it's an attack speed bonus, right? So if you're speeding up the attacks and this get to the skills, my thought is like if you have Lucius in the back and you're doing it with Lucius, you speed up his shielding, and it ends
For
up
sure. Yep.
allowing him to shield even more.
Mhm.
So I'm
Yep.
just thinking, I don't know who you put in the front then, whether you roll with like a Diva, because you obviously can't put Skylar there. So you either roll with
Yeah.
Diva or Morrison in the front.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
but against another air, I guess you would do, because you still want to protect from the stun anyway. So it probably would work out to put Diva in the front, especially when Diva gets, the whatever they call that thing, the
Awakening.
yeah, the awakening skill there.
Yep.
Maybe you put that in the front, or I don't know, because you keep her from the stun at least. But it just seems like the more you can get Lucius stunning or shielding, the better.
Yep. But then if Lucius gets stunned, you're also real screwed.
Fair, but I imagine anybody you put there, you're going to get screwed if they get stunned. That's the horrible part of the
Yep.
stun. Is
Yep.
Once it get anybody, like it gets Diva, you're not in any better shape.
Yep.
So you're kind of screwed no matter what. That's the thing about air, is it's a little bit of luck. You're playing air.
Yep.
You're just hoping that you don't get stunned like 6 times. So
Yep.
all right, man. Well, thanks for joining. I appreciate you letting us in on some of the season 6 stuff.
Anytime.
experience
I'll
stuff.
let you know how badly we get ran over next week.
We will. Well, I'm sure we'll hear from you. We'll check in on how you're. Hopefully, you close your eyes and it's over fast.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, buddy. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you.
Yep. Take care, guys.
Thanks, Eric. Bye.
Bye.
There we go. That is Eric. Eric, who is what did I say? Lucy. I was in a chat with him earlier, so that is Eric on from our chats all the time that you all see. And in the game, he is an OG in server 50 on MEVI. So thanks to him for joining. So what's up, Mike?
Just getting through season 5.
Yeah, how's that
I will let
going?
you know, I sent you over a couple of screenshots of the 3 new cards from season 6, if you're interested.
Oh, the 3
3 new tactic cards for each troop type.
Oh, you put it in this one.
Yeah, in the group chat. Sorry.
No, you're good. Let's see. So here they are right here. I have to put the. Is it showing? Okay, it's showing. Let's take a look. So we have at the start of let's get some in. The start of the battle, 3 aircraft heroes on your back row gain 1.5% attack speed, lasting until the end of the battle. Only affected in PvP battles. Okay, and this is what I'm saying. Like, I think the first thought and when I was talking to Eric, when we were going back and forth in messaging, was to think that your 3 aircraft heroes on your back row are going to gain the attack speed. So his first thought, obviously, you don't put Skylar up front. She can't have her get destroyed. And he was saying, like, having Morrison and Diva back there to get the most out of your attack, right? But that's when I was saying maybe that's where you can put Lucius in there to go through the skills a little bit faster and see how that works out. Okay, so that's cool. And let's see what this is the missile card. So at the start of the battle, all your missile heroes gain 18.75% to damage over time, lasting until the end of the battle. Yeah, that does seem a little OP. Considering how strong missile is already, that seems incredibly strong for missile. 18.75%. And your tank is getting 2.7. The start of your tank hero with the no. So at the start of your tank hero with the highest attack. So I would imagine that's either Stet or Kim. Well, once Kim gets that shard, I imagine it'll be Kim again. With the highest attack gains 2.7 crit rate, lasting until the end of the battle. Okay, I mean, yeah, good, but I don't know. I just got 5% crit rate from like my drone components. On Friday, I'm gonna have 5% crit rate from the Overlord. You're getting 2.7 crit rate. Good, but what's that? Not even like a level 3 deco? Or maybe it's a level, what is that, level 4 deco? Well, no, because crit rate is what, 1.5%, I guess, for level 3 deco? Yeah, I don't know. And, it'll be fun to experiment with it, Mike. That's for sure.
It will, yeah. And they came out with 11 seasonal skills just for season 6.
11 seasonal skills. So like battle cards? You mean battle card skills?
No, like in the profession on the left side or on the right side, I mean.
Oh, okay. So they came out with, you're saying over here on the right hand side, there's 11 what? Like these, what are, so they're not like just the experiment boost or whatever, they're actually like skills or buffs.
Yeah, the professional skills, yeah. Yeah, I sent them in the chat as well.
Huh. That's cool.
I got you hooked up.
I'm very excited about that. I love with the professions. I'm a big fan of that. So that'll be good. So let's see. At first I thought that said multi-fisting.
I thought the same thing.
I read it quick. I was just like,
I feel better now.
Whoa. Multi-fishing. Okay, once enables fish. Okay, so we heard about that from Eric. Used to get a golden bait. All right, more fishing. Increases the chance to get an extra golden fish chest from fishing. Okay. Boosts hero attack if your base is in your faction territory. Interesting. Okay, and this looks like it's 1%. Doesn't say how many it does, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, sorry, I should have
You're
checked.
I'm just wondering if it was 1 or 3. Boost your hero defense if you're based in your faction territory. Okay, I like that. I like this stuff. During learning, unlocks a new base skin. Oh, resets upon skill reset or when the season ends. Oh, so you're gonna get a season 6 base skin. Rainforest style. That's cool. I like that. I'm sure it'd probably be one of those that they release now and then it'll be able to unlock later with your season points. Increase the maximum entry deposit in Ruins treasure. Okay, obviously that's an insider thing until you get there. Can only be used on allies who have unlocked Wall Fortify. Each use adds 100 fortified durability. The same commander can fortify the same ally up to 10 times per day. Huh. One skill use is restored per hour. Well, that sounds like strategy right here. This sounds like a whole lot of strategy up in here. If you can use it on the commander and you can get multiple people using it, and yeah, okay. I like that. Boost hero attack with your base. Okay. Hero attack up, and then finally boost hero defense in your base if you're in your enemy faction. So it looks like in your faction, your attack and defense can go up, and then later on in your enemy faction, your attack and defense can go up. I like that. I just like that they kind of did something a little bit different because it's always been the same, right? You can increase experience, and it's always been kind of the same thing that they did, like these, where it's always like kill monsters, get more experience, right? Like get extra points. Although this is the bonus to get more professional experience. I'm always for that. But yeah, that's pretty cool, Mike. Thanks for sharing. Good stuff.
Yeah, not a problem.
Good
I
stuff.
figured if I'm on the server, might as well gather what I can.
So how much do you actually play on your alt? Do you even spend a lot of time on there, or is it really just for
No, it's really for just like seeing what's out there. Like I said, the account's pretty weak, so I can't even beat a Doom Elite myself, even when I get other people.
Yeah, because I was just talking about this yesterday. Like, I don't know. I can't spend any time on like a second. I don't have any time to spend on a second account. Like, I tried the whole second account thing like a long time ago, and it was just like, yeah, this ain't gonna work. I just spend too much time on my server and like talking in my chat. You know what I mean? Like trying to get in when I have free time to jump into the alliance chat, or saying I couldn't do it on a second server. So I hear you.
Yeah.
Like, you just dip in and dip out.
Yep. I actually have an alt on my current server because I was like, oh, I'll just use this to like take up space or go, bug someone. And right now in season 5, I have no idea where my alt is right now because I just haven't had time to go in. It got ashed, I'm sure,
Right.
or something, and then it's just floating
Yeah.
away somewhere.
Brings back flashbacks because you get to go check out your old one and like you got burnt and relocated, and you're like, oh, that's what that feels like. I remember that now.
Yeah.
It gets popped around every kill event. So that's good stuff. Good stuff. Did you say when I was talking about the train, the train and the value for the
No.
train here? We were talking about this yesterday, and we were saying because Wisconsin brought this up, where he was like, "Hey, Bounty Hunter had the best deal for Valor. If I'm pouring around and I'm looking for a little bit of Valor for something, is it worth it to get the train?" And so it kind of got up conversation because the weekly isn't a very good deal for Valor. They just don't offer as much, especially when you're comparing it to like Bounty Hunter and how cheap it is for Valor, so to speak. If you're paying. And then it's like it's probably like $40 for 1,000 Valor. So you're paying upwards of, a huge increase. You're almost doubling the increase. It's like 40, 50 in Bounty. It's like 100 here for the same 1,000 Valor. But so the other things that they throw in, is it worth it, right? Because they throw in just off the rip without getting the entire train cart. You're getting the resources and speed ups and diamonds, different things like this, and then you buy it and then you get the whole train cart. So how much is the train cart really worth when you're refreshing? And plus you get the tickets and stuff like that. So we were just talking like from a value perspective, is it worth it to actually go? It comes out pretty good. I mean, it's pretty solid. Ultimately, you get $50. I think we all kind of came to the agreement. Like it's also the perk of giving to your alliance that gets everybody excited because they get another train. That really kind of makes the whole train, right? Like the whole thing. It's not necessarily like you're not going to buy 100. You're trying to get 10 Valor. You shouldn't be going out and spending $1,000 to get 10 trains. You know, it was more. He was talking about if you're short Valor, is it a good deal versus because the weekly wasn't. Is it a better deal if you're not on bounty week or you can't get Valor any other way? But yeah, it works out. It's about $50 for the cart value if you figure it out on the old Captain Hedgehog website as far as the value for all that stuff. It ends up being around 50, $50, and then you do the Valor. So it works out to around the $100 value. And then in addition, getting those refresh tickets, which everybody loves, because you get from being tipped. The Alliance gives you about 160 to 180 tickets, refresh tickets, which go a long way when you're trying to make sleds, so it's a good deal. Solid.
Oh yeah.
So Mike, how is Discord life?
I've, believe it or not, I haven't been on as much as usual because work has been very busy. In a good way.
Well, the stock dropping on Discord's not going to be happy. All those investors.
But no, it's been good. We broke I believe over 6,200 now on coordinates for members.
Fantastic. Congrats, sir. That's good. It's amazing numbers for coordinates list. Putting up.
Yeah. We're at 6,271.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Getting more there. We're in the call it the management group. We're, talking about other things we're trying to add on to kind of make it more fun while on there. So
did you guys when is the giveaway? Did you guys already have the giveaway, or are you guys still running that?
No, we're still tell you the truth, I don't know where it is right now.
I know Wolfie had put it out here somewhere. Where was she saying it? Oh, right here. Giveaway. We have it. We're launching a giveaway. All you need is to get verified. Head to enter. Be 2 winners. I didn't see where she said like the date. Oh yeah. I didn't see where she said.
Yeah, that's the older one. Were you talking about
No,
for finding the anonymous?
No. This is right here. She was giving away for the Easter thing. It was like I thought it was like 1,000 brick things that were up. That's what was up here originally. I don't know if that changed, but that's.
I think it might be.
But I don't know
closer to the end of the month.
When that was launched or what day it was. But it was like if you got verified on here to get it, it was like right here. We're launching a giveaway. All you need is verified status, like to enter. And there was a donation. So yeah.
I'll have to find out. Oh yeah, Hulk Crash just said that same thing. I think he thinks it's the end of the month too.
And end of the month. Okay, cool. Well, then everybody get out there and get verified, because apparently all you have to do there's a whole process here that you can get verified on coordinates list to get entered into that. Go ahead and click on giveaways. You can come here. It's in the announcements tab, and it's Princess Wolfie put it out on April 5th. Go ahead and click giveaways and get verified. Get entered into the brick giveaway. Good shit. I like it. Anything new going on in the coordinates list?
No, we got a couple new bases that are going to be released on Friday. In our DMs, I sent you.
Oh yeah.
A few videos of them.
That's factually correct. Let me see what Mike got cooking.
There is one other one, but I can't share that because they are going to be doing a reveal, and I'm not spoiling that for them.
That's interesting. Yeah. There's going to be a reveal party, huh?
Yep.
They're announcing the birth of the baby.
Yeah, they have to do it before Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Because Friday at Reset it shows, or shortly after, or whatever.
So before the game can do it, they're like doing it personally.
Yeah, that's what they want to do. Yeah, because they get a video of what their base is going to look like once it's released, and so they want to show it off before everyone else.
All right. So here we go. This is your first one here that you sent. Server 208. I'm not sure the name of the base. I think it says Love Mike, but not sure.
Mhm.
Roads lead to Rome. A cool little aircraft carrier.
Yep. I don't know what CVN 6 is. It's going to be on my learn about for the base stories. So it'll be interesting.
Let's see. That's this one. There was this one here. Astro Home Castle. Ultimate field introduction tonight. Elijah begins. Well, this looks like quite the story as well.
Yeah, and I'm liking, again, we're seeing more unique bases. Like it's not like like I said before, like a dragon or like a warrior type or something. I'm liking these versions.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with you. I think it's fun to have like different ones. Everybody's seen a million of the dragons and the the different ones. So these are pretty kind of cool. Quack dealer. All right.
This is probably one of my new favorite.
A quack dealer. I like it.
It's just a fun one.
Yeah. No, I do. I think that one's cool.
And I like his little blurb: when the mission is serious, but the pilot absolutely isn't.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy seems like a lot of fun. Yeah, that's cool. I do like that one. I must admit. All right. And then the last one we have here, MOP. From the Black Moon, I was born from the shadows. I read. Huh. That's pretty cool. A whole lot of stuff going on here. There's quite the story to be had here, Mike.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This is like
I'm
a
curious on the story.
palm tree going on, the city and the moon. OP. Yeah. There is quite the story. Cool stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff
Yeah.
there, Mike. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Always fun to see these different bases. Like you said, I like how people are getting way more creative with it. You go in and get these. It's amazing that we get so many of these bases just like flowing in every week. 5 more here, 5 more there.
Yeah.
It's wild. Wild. I'll be there in no time, Mike. I have another I'm only 30 or almost 29 million more. We'll be right there. Pop it in. Get it done. So how is season 5 treating you? How are you liking it?
We haven't gotten to anything too spectacular yet. Like, we're not fighting or anything. It's just moving through the war zone, taking banks. We're obviously seeing how people are also moving across the maps and where they're going, and so I'm not a strategist. I
Mhm.
definitely leave it to my her name is IRT. We got Flippin' JC, Capo G, Prince. There's a whole bunch of people on my. They're the brains behind what we're doing. I kind of just give them the info to help have them make the best decisions they can.
So
Um, and they're doing
1050
awesome.
is 10 how long have you been on 1057?
Since the beginning of season 3, I
Okay.
transferred over there.
And where was your original server?
1053.
And what was your reason for leaving 1053?
Um, there was how can I say? I'm not going to sugarcoat it. There were issues with um, the number one alliance there.
Okay.
A lot of people left.
Gotcha.
There was a group of 40 of us who actually went over to 1057.
Wow. All
Uh,
right.
yeah, and the things have changed since then, but unfortunately, it happened too late, and the server's kind of not, I don't want to say dead, but definitely uh, less popular.
Yeah. I mean, these
Um,
things go in cycles.
yeah,
It seems
absolutely.
like, you know.
And it was the best decision. We had our R5. His name was Kaz. Great R5. Great president too. He left the game and end of last season, but we're still going strong. We're still kicking butt. So it's. I have to give it to the team for their strategy of how to take banks and where to go next. And they have maps, and they're hey, okay, we have like a leadership uh, Discord and chats, and we're like, here's the map, here's the arrows where you're going to go tomorrow. Drop these. It's a whole awesome plan. I just go where I'm told. My girlfriend taught me well.
You learn well too. Pay
Yeah.
attention. No, I mean that's good. So you're enjoying the server that you're on, at least sounds like. So, um, you have to make the decision in season 5 now. Are you? Well, I mean, you doesn't sound like you're going to necessarily make the decision, but your team is going to have to make the decision as far as if they're going to be making deals and handshakes or rolling the dice um, about fighting. So,
Well, we are all about our server. We will protect our own, even at a sacrifice of our own alliance. We're about unity, and we love to fight. So we're not doing too much diplomacy because that will make for a boring season. Heck, we can't even really save for VS just because everyone's like, I got to get stronger. So, um, we're not going out there looking like trying to poke fights, but we're ready to do what we got to do.
yeah, well, the thing is, when you're not looking necessarily for diplomacy, but if the other servers are looking for diplomacy, then you're shit out of luck. You end up on the short end of the stick.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what ends up happening. So it's kind of like you can sit there and be like, yeah, we're just looking for some good fights. We don't necessarily want to, make friends over here and there, but everybody else does. And then you end up being the odd one out. So that's the
Right.
tricky part of season 5 is kind of like if you go in not wanting to shake hands, everybody else does. Which is fine as long as you're prepared for it. As long as you're
Right.
okay with it, then no problem, right? Like it's good. You just important to know that going into season 5 of like if you want to fight, you're going to end up getting all the fight you can handle because it may be against 6 other servers. 5. How strong are you compared to your server? Like, who would you say in the grouping of 8? Where would you say your alliance falls, or your server, I should say, falls?
Well, in our grouping, we have 1036 that has 3 VIP 18s.
Okay.
And then we have 975, which is where Friesen Dirk, and Jules is. So those are 3 other VIP 18s. So we're definitely not in the top 3. I'd say probably like 4 or 5 out of the war zones that are on the grouping.
Okay. All right, so that's not bad. You're in the middle of the pack. So really,
Yeah,
like you guys can be like, I want to fight.
power-wise.
You're not doing diplomacy, but at the same point, you guys aren't going to be the ones targeted. You guys aren't necessarily going to drive the season. Other people are going to do that, and they're going to try to recruit you into their grouping. Is probably more likely.
Well, I mean, we we have very high participation and stuff, so we get things done, and we've definitely poked some bears in our previous VSs and stuff. So we have some eyes on us, but that's okay. We can handle it.
You can have eyes on you, but actually, during the season, it works into their advantage if they recruit you with eyes on you. You know, being like the middle of the pack, it's not like you're able to stand up to the number 1 server. You know what I mean? Like you have 3, they're just gonna slaughter you. You just try to go 1-on-1 with them.
Right.
It's not gonna work out. Like 3 VIPs, 18s on the same team. How many did you have on your team?
None.
Right. So it's going to be a very difficult bank to overcome, you know. But then again, like I said, I don't think necessarily they'd be looking to pick on the 4th team. So I'm sure you hold your own in a battle, but also in last war, you have to make it a fair fight in order for you to get a chance to hold your own in a battle.
Yeah.
So, you know, which is funny because that's how we were reviewing Goldvein, and how Goldvein, I think there's a lot of people, when you looked at the teams that were making up these factions and what we were going against, we had 196, who is incredibly strong. They were the number 1 team in the server. I'm sure a lot of people know, and they have 2 VIP 18s, incredibly strong. 523 for Jimmy Wassam, 410 for OQ. So they're incredibly strong, and you know they have. If you just look at the people that are over 200 million, they have a very deep server. So if we look here, look at this. We got Durst Steve here, 104. So they have 104 people on their server over 200. So I'd say that's incredibly strong server. And they were number 1. And then you look at their number, they got to pick the number 2 server, which is here. And you look at K&M. K&M was incredibly strong. I don't say they're necessarily number 2 server. It's probably very close. I mean, 118 is probably considered the number 2 server. But if you look here, you had, 46. You got a VIP 18. He Who Remains, I believe, is close. I didn't get confirmation that he is a VIP 18. I actually think he still has a regular base. I could be wrong on that though. Don't hold me to that one, but I'm pretty sure he's a high 17. But in any case, very strong. 313, and then you look, and they also are incredibly strong. With 44 people over 200. So those two combined with all of that power in VIP 18, they were definitely looked at. People, I think, are the favorites and thought like, oh, they're going to run over. But it doesn't always happen. So I think if you, even for yourself being middle of the pack, if you team up with, another strong team, a number 2 team or something like that, you'll probably get those opportunities to have more of a fair battle, fair fight. You just want to prevent the number 1 team and number 2 team from joining forces, or number 1, 2, 3, to just kind of dictate how the season's going to go, and then people telling you, you're going to get these rewards, you're going to get those rewards, this is how it's all going to play. Because I heard from folks that were saying that's how their season went. They literally were told, this team is getting these rewards, that team's getting those rewards, this alliance, this server, they're going to do there, and they planned it all out on who's going to get like the top 10 spots, 15 spots. They just were shaking hands and playing it out like that. So,
yeah, that's crazy.
I know it is though, but that's been the common story. We've had so many people in chat talking about that, and on Discord talking about that. How it's just been, the top servers are planning and plotting who's going to get all the rewards. So it can, I think if you can end up making it, like you're saying, like you're a fighting alliance, you can end up making it so instead of joining 3 other alliances, that are really strong. If you can just make it where you join, like let's say you guys and the number 1 alliance, versus the other, like, 2, 3, and 5, or something like that. That's fun. That's even and whatever. I just don't know how many people are interested in doing it, but it makes for a better season.
Yeah, we don't want to shake hands and not do anything either. Yeah, I mean our troops are meant to be lost. It's fun. I want those battle reports.
How much time do you spend in the season, Mike? Like when it kicks off, you have so much stuff going on with work and all the other stuff you're managing, Discords, coordinates lists, like all this stuff. How much time do you actually devote to the game and the season?
It really depends on what's happening. Like right now, like I said, I provide the information. I'm not part of the map making or the strategy, so I'm not
Hmm.
as involved. I will 100% show up at every event. And I'm constantly on there talking to people. Like right now my phone's on one of my stands and I just have it there just waiting for like, if a message pops up or something.
It's a bat phone.
What's it?
It's the bat phone.
Yeah. So, I'm always there, of course, getting asked if I can hey, can you give me this coordinate? That kind of thing. So it really depends on, what's going on and what's needed of me. But I'm always ready there to jump on or help out. I'm an R4 too, so I'm constantly monitoring different things as well. But
How does that do
I
with the buildings though? Like you have to be on to constantly try to keep getting the resources and pushing the buildings and stuff. So are you able to do that?
oh yeah, yep,
All right, so you're involved.
oh yeah, yeah. I don't really have dead time except for at night when I when it's family time. I put my kids to bed and you know and time with the girlfriend for a bit until she actually plays I'll call it a sister game of this, and it's called Last Z War.
Last
And
Z War, not to be
or
confused with Last War Z.
right.
Okay.
And it's I think it's made by the same exact company.
Hmm.
It's reskinned and just done a little bit differently. It is 100% tailored towards men, because it's half naked ladies as your heroes, and there's one guy. Um, but it's the same concept of everything, and
Just downloaded it.
and she but it's funny though because we would be playing. I'd be on my game, and she says, "Oh, I'm just playing my game." I'm like, "Okay, that could be whatever."
Hmm.
And then she started telling me about it, and I'm like, "Wait a second! Like, are you fighting a zombie? Are you do you have like a dig? Do you have like heroes?" And she's like, "Yeah," and they have different factions or these different types. And then she showed me. It's like it's. I mean, ours is more in depth, but it's almost the exact same thing.
Really?
It's really funny. So we were playing the same game, just different, just different.
Did you notice any money missing?
No, she's the most frugal. Let me put it this way: when we went to get our van, she wanted the base model where you actually had to roll up the windows because it would save money. Like,
Um,
and I love her for that. Like, she's my yin to my yang.
you,
Um, and where I'm like, she has no idea how much I spend on the game. She knows I do, but she doesn't know how
yeah,
much.
yeah,
But yeah, no, it was just funny. So
yeah. That is funny. Well, you cost us Mewtwo, so thanks for that. You could have kept that one a secret, because there we go. Go on.
it's what I downloaded it to try it because I was like, hey, I'll try something we can have in common. I'll play it on the side instead of my alt, and I couldn't get into it. It's just that it's more realistic looking, but the gameplay is just way
Too
different.
simplified.
Yeah, it's definitely like I said, it's more about the girls and
Mm.
things than
Mhm.
really like the war so much aspect. The graphics on it, like the things that you have to kill and stuff, look better, but the gameplay is just so much better on our game.
Well, I don't know who the top killer is over there, but they're about to be replaced because Mewtwo's taking an interest. So,
but yeah, anyway, so yeah, I play as much as I can without ignoring family. I'll put it that way.
Yeah,
Or
that
work.
would be the third game that's coming out, because they also have what's that other one that they had that's really a top game over there? It's like something snow or something to do with the snow. I forget the name of it, but yeah, there's another one they had come out with that's like one of the top games as well out there. As far as paid for apps, it's there. So, okay, Bun, okay. See, you're gonna get everybody in trouble. Bun's getting all fired up. Okay, so Mike, before we let you go, we do need to just discuss briefly the total hero power conversation that we were having with some folks as I went on vacation, and I know talking with some other people in regards to, top power in the game, right? So
Yes.
this is a huge conversation really going on in regards to a lot of the top killers. Is when we look at total hero power, a lot of the top players are saying, everybody is constantly looking at total hero power. That's what we look at, and that's what we rank people. And when we, Mike started with the VIP list and he was ranking people, and then we had Beck on, and Beck was going over the top 10 list and whatever, and it was all based on who in the game has the total hero power, right? And, if you think about how we used to play this game and we used to judge folks as you come up in the game, you really focus on total hero power. You never look at base power, because base power is so troop dependent that you need to find something else. And you find total hero power. And for the most part, throughout the time period, it really is total hero power that dictates who has the most power, right? I mean, that's how it is for the majority of the game here. First few seasons, you don't have much of this debate. But I think as we've progressed now, people are starting to they're running out of things to upgrade, and they're putting different things on people like Gump and heroes, SSR heroes they don't even use, and red prints. We've seen some folks, right? I think we were looking at Leonida's account the other day. I think it was Leonida we were looking at, and he had like 2 red prints on Mason. So yeah, like they're just, a lot of this power you don't see is going around. So it's shifted towards, some of the top folks were saying that it's starting, what we should really be looking at, and Mike, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I believe what they're saying is really looking at strongest hero power instead. Because your strongest hero can dictate more, tell more of a story than that hidden fake power that sits on SSRs and different people.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you can. There's a common thing that happens with VIP 17 and 18, which I didn't know, is they just, I don't want to say it's a game, but they like to see almost like how high they can. I shouldn't say they, like. There's a few of them that will like to see how high they can get their THP. So they'll like throw gold gear on, purples, and that's just going to skyrocket your purple, but you're never going to use them. So it's like, it's not really, you could have a higher THP, but when you go to fight, it's not going to matter. And that's, like you said, that's where the strongest hero power really shows, because there's no inflating that or hiding it. It is what it is. So, for example, if you compare 2 people with their strongest hero power, and say there's like a 500,000 point difference. Now that means you have a 500,000 point difference, and you multiply that by 5 for the team. That's 2.5 million per squad.
Yeah.
So it's just thinking in those numbers, and it was interesting to be, Qatar, and it just they really pushed that, and yeah, it was an interesting view of that, how you get in there.
Yeah, and just to say, Qatar, I remember in that group chat said, just for everybody to know, he was basically like, "Hey, if I wanted to, at any time, I can push my total hero power up at 10 million if I wanted to."
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't necessarily want to do it unless there was purpose to it. Is basically what he was saying, because he was saying some of the things that he can do is in the season store, or different ways he gets bases that he can use, right? The some of the temporary bases that are for 30 days, 15 days, the tanks, the different bases, the different frames, different things like that will actually give him, what was it, like 3 million or something extra power, right? And he's
Yeah.
basically saying he could uncover like up to like 10 million power if he really wanted to. But why?
Yeah.
What's the point? I think he was kind of trying to say, like,
Yeah. And just before I forget, I really have to give a shout out to, I'm going to probably say their name wrong, Abria, Abria from 96.
yeah, I always say Abria, but I don't know if that's
Abria,
correct.
yeah,
I don't know if it's correct or
yeah,
not, but
yeah. But they also were really pushing the strongest hero. I just want to make sure I give a shout out for them as well.
yeah, and it sounded like a lot of them do. I mean, it seems like it does make a lot of sense to me. And I this is a kind of newer problem, right? Like I said earlier in the game,
Yeah.
when you still had things to do, when the your third team didn't have red prints, it made sense. But as we continue to move and there's less things to upgrade, okay, now it's no longer your first team that's really getting it. And you start looking at people like Qatar, and you're seeing he has his wall is 15 million hero power. And we were looking at like Leonida, and his wall was 5 million. Well, that's actual power, right? Like 15 million total hero power for the wall versus 5 million, that's real. But when you
Right.
look at the putting Gump with solid red gear, isn't. You're not using Gump. So yeah, I found that very interesting, and I think really, I guess that makes a lot of sense. I don't know, it sounds like a whole lot of work to try to rework that to say who's somebody's strongest hero versus total hero power, but I buy into it. I mean, it makes a whole lot of sense.
Right. Yeah, there's just more to the formula than just THP.
Right.
And right. So it was interesting.
Yeah, because I think it's kind of a fun little thing that we do, like to say, oh, they're totally hero power, blah, 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 but it doesn't necessarily mean that they may even be the strongest player. So I think kind of what your first team march is, or who your strongest hero is, says a lot more about all this.
Yep.
So that was interesting. I think you'll hear more about that as we continue and discuss it, but just kind of reframing everybody's thought process on when we look at, instead of saying the 10 most powerful people in the game, or you start hearing these people that say these things, I think it's more the top total hero power, and it's kind of like a fun little category rather than necessarily stating who the strongest is.
Yes.
I prefer that top kills list anyway. Like, I mean, that's the real deal. Like, that's Qatar's.
He's on a whole other level. Actually, speaking of Qatar, there is something I do need to mention. I have to correct a story
Okay.
or something I mentioned before. We were talking about his power loss before.
Yep.
So to make sure it's clear, because I definitely didn't give the full story on it. His power loss was because of Champion Duel. He opened season skins that he saved
Right.
and some frames. So his THP skyrocketed, which is that's the exact moment we recognized it was over 600. But he could be over 610. But he doesn't believe in inflating that. He's like, his power is, by action. So just to
Yeah.
clarify, that was the real reason why his power dropped. Wasn't
Yeah.
just because he let so much things just expire. However, I worded it before. It was a strategic thing for champion duel, and he doesn't believe in the game of I'm going to give an inflated number. I'm going to puff up my chest. I'm going to be an overlord where I'm kind of fake power. He's he doesn't want to do that.
Yeah, I think,
So
and that's why I say, like, I mean, to me, it's more impressive. Like when you look at somebody like Qatar, it's more impressive to look at the kills anyway. And I've said it time and time again. The reason why I love that kill total so much is because it shows you how much effort and time you spend in the game to actually get those kills. And we get it straight from the horse's mouth here of Mewtwo, who told the story of how he's staying up all night. He's just all night long staying there trying to kill. And I just, it sticks in my head, like something Qatar said, that people don't understand the amount of time and effort that it takes to put in there, where he leaves every Saturday exhausted.
oh yeah,
Like that sticks out to me.
And him porting all the time and him strategically watching and paying attention to where people go. Like he's amazing when he does that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and so I think people can get the wrong impression that just because people are VAPTs, they have this and they give somebody else the account. So there's always somebody running the account constantly. That wasn't just what he was doing. Like he's sitting there and saying, like he's up constantly doing that, grinding these kills, and he's exhausted on Saturday doing this.
Yeah.
So just to clear that up too, that he's putting in that time.
Time, money, ports, yeah. I would be interested to see like just how many teleports he uses and such. Because what I really can't wait is to see when Beck can get back on and update the new kill, because Qatar said he's was planning to go nuts. Between the last one to now.
I don't know if Beck's out there. I think next week, right? Hey, Beck, is it next week? If he's out there, I don't know if he is. But oh yeah, he saw Mewtwo. He saw Mewtwo. He's like, whoa! This Mewtwo's getting a little too up. Moving up this list, so I'm gonna straighten this out, separate it again. But I think next week would be. I think that's our month. Listen, I know that one total. It was like you guys had it. It was something like 40 million in that short amount of time. It was crazy. So, yeah. I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised if it was more than that.
In the month, you mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't either, because Bex, the last time he was on, what did he get? I think it was 27 million or something, 28 million, and I forget what it was. It was something like that in that 1 month there, and then he just destroyed that 1 week. Was it 1 week was like 10 million or 15 million? It's just crazy. Whatever it was not.
He is the master assassin.
He'll hit 500 million kills this weekend. So perfect timing. Next week will be perfect timing to try to dial that in. I have to see what Beck said. I know Beck said it takes him a few hours to put in the time to look up all of those kills that he has to look up. So he was saying eventually just going to have a team like helping do that for the kills list. They're going to have a team going through every server, updating that. It's incredible. You guys are awesome. What a service.
I say Mewtwo has to record him getting the 500 millionth kill.
He should.
I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, Mewtwo. Mewtwo, you got
You know
homework.
what? Yeah,
Mike just gave you homework.
I did.
but
And you
you
know what?
already, but you told him about Last War Z. So now we got to get him on Last War again. Just to, I mean, he's already looking at the women heroes, and we got to pull him back in.
Yeah. And you know what? We should. I guess I was gonna say we can get a special guest on, but I guess it would be more for you. We should see about getting Girth Brooks on for you.
Girth was all shy. I got to be honest with you. He was out there. I absolutely, no surprise, as everybody knows. I take a liking to these names when I find them to be brilliant. People spend a lot of time. I appreciate the folks that sit there and spend the time thinking up these names. Like, they're just not going to be whatever. They actually put time and effort into it and come up with it. When I come across one, I just give it its due. And when I saw Girth Brooks, it's just every time.
It's awesome.
Every time makes me giggle like a 6-year-old. I was just like, oh my God, it's hilarious. And he got all
subtle.
shy. He was like, no, don't point me out. He didn't want to be, he didn't want the attention. So.
Oh, sorry, Girth.
I know. I saw him in Winter Storm. I gave him a little shout out in Winter Storm. He's on this kills list. He's everywhere. He was popped in the chat, and shout out to Girth out there. Yeah. Love to talk to Girth. He's high up on that kills list too. Yeah. So these are all Mewtwo circle. I just picture Mewtwo like at a campfire with everybody just around it. You know what I mean? Just like they're just having killer conversations where they're just see, he knows them. See what I mean? He's a cool dude. I'm telling you, Mewtwo has all of the top killers on like speed dial where they just communicate. That's why I think that program there, that Map Scout or whatever, doesn't stand a chance. Because if people like Mewtwo don't want it, then just like don't stand a chance. They'll be around that campfire and end things real quick. They get stuff done. They just get stuff done. He's crazy. But yeah, Girth Brooks. Did you say you had, before I let you go, did you say you had another thing, VIP tracker thing you wanted to show?
No, actually, you kind of hit on it. The strongest hero power is now on the sheet.
You got to be shitting me. You already did it?
Yeah, man. Are you kidding?
Oh,
I get picked on by my team because I have no life outside of that sheet.
Oh my God.
So I did the top 100. I did the top 100 THP.
Dude, you're wild.
And well, I'm super curious, and I know it's something that they look forward to. Or
yeah. I love it. I can't get enough of this shit. I think it's amazing. All right, so
and I love data tracking. So yeah, if you go to the
there you go. Here's the debut. The debut of again. Mike, you listen. They say, hey, total hero power, that's the way you look at things. Everybody starts doing top 10 lists all over the place, and Mike says, hold my beer. It's strong as hero power, fools. And there it is.
Yeah.
He's already started putting it on the list.
And this is every single VIP on this has been updated by me and the team. And so this is all up-to-date information as of the 9th.
So these folks here, what's the story? So some of these are missing. What's the story like this one right here? This person.
Well, because they're not in the top THP. This is sorted by server. So the ones that are missing are not in the top 100 by THP.
Okay, gotcha. So
I just haven't had the chance.
You had said, I believe that this was in, you have this right now in server order probably, right?
Yes. Yep.
Is how this is instead of total hero power. So this is kind of by server in there, but then, okay. Okay, so you got a lot of 19 million folks, right? So we got a 21.4 for Mike. I got a 20. So Mike keeps pounding out them OGs, man. I'm telling you, the day that they do let them out of purgatory, I'm doing all this to try to get them out of that purgatory. And then watch, I'm gonna shoot myself in the foot because he's gonna come right in to my server ranking, and I'm gonna have to deal with him constantly at some point.
Let me sort this for you.
Oh, I don't want to mess with your whatever you guys are
Oh
doing.
no, I don't mind. They can do it. There you go.
Oh yeah, I don't want to.
Give it a
I
sec.
start clicking around and deleting stuff. Just let's see, 22. So Justin's still strongest hero power here. Now this is just the strongest hero, and it's still 22.7.
Yep.
So he's still number one, no matter which way you shake it.
Correct.
Okay, and then you look at number 2, and we have, let's see, we got a 21.9. So 22.1 and then 21.9. And it looks like, I don't know who that is, but Qatar. So the top 2 still remain, regardless.
Yeah.
But it looks like there is a shakeup when you get to number 3. So see, guys, this is very interesting already, because third on this list is actually Golden Fighters here on looks like for THP 603.6. Actually ahead of Qatar here. 603.6. It looks like he's number 2. But if you go by not the fake total hero power, Qatar is number 2. That's why we like it. It's telling the true story. And then he drops all the way down here to number 5 with all these guys. So that's cool. That's so cool to see that. And you can see some of the 580s. I wonder where, Abria. Wait, where in the top? Where's 96? I see Stickman right here. I see it right here. Stickman was right here.
But another thing that I'm kind of exposed to that most aren't, though, is these VIP 18s. They kind of get inspired by this list because they will be like, oh, I'm here. All right, I'm going to have to increase my THP, or I got to increase my hero now because I want to be in the top 30. And they look at this list and make it a challenge for themselves, which I think is kind of neat.
Yeah, no doubt. And really, I think it feels like the only way they can do it is either through like exclusive shards after 30, like adding those, because I haven't seen where that caps yet. I saw there was somebody who could go 200 to 250, so I don't even know where the hell they cap. And then wall's another place where people are just endlessly adding to the wall. It seems like those are the only 2 for the majority of them that have capped everything can really add. Everything else is there's no way to get it. So that's where the majority of these folks may be separated by, is just if they've upped. And this could also be why, if you think about it if you're only doing total hero power, just the strongest one hero that you're looking for, and we talk about increasing your exclusive post 30, they may not be they may be spreading it out to make all 3 teams strong instead of loading up on one team. Because if you were loading up on one team with those exclusives, that would make you stronger, as opposed to we're only looking at a strongest hero, right? Because if like Carly is my strongest hero, but I just spent, 1,500, 3,000 exclusive shards on Tesla, then that's not going to help my strongest hero, which could, right? So that's another way that I think is difficult to look at it. So I also wonder, like, another one that gets me would be like the top march size. Your number 1 march, like what your top march actually is. Because I've seen Justin. I think Leonida just fought Justin to take a look, but I think he just fought Justin. I don't know what his total was, but I've seen him before at like 140. These guys march size 145, 150. Let me just take a look real quick. Tell you where Leonida was, because he just sent me the Justin one. Yeah, right here. So that's not even Justin's number 1. Yeah, okay, right here. Yeah, so Justin's 145.1 was his total. And this was he just sent this like last week. So 4/9. So April 9th, he sent this over, and it was 145.1. It's absurd. 145.
It is. And then I start thinking, like, you look at this, and he has 145,
Yeah.
and it's like, where does we're constantly working on fine tuning our formations.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get to that ridiculous high power,
Yeah.
is there a point where it's just like he could almost just throw them in any? I don't want to say
Yes.
any, but like he's more free to
Mm-hmm.
set them up how he wants because it's not going to matter because they're just too damn strong.
He would have to have pure passion in trying to figure out his strongest order and shuffling them around. He would have to sandbox. He would have to take, and go through in order to find out who your strongest. You'd have to do like 600 battles, and that's
Yeah.
just against one team. Then you'd have to look at your strongest lineup against, a missile, against tank, against air. I
But,
can't
like,
see him doing that. But no
no,
matter which
right.
way
So,
he does it, he's gonna win.
right, precisely. Like, you don't want Schuler in the front. Um, would you? Okay, that's another debate thing. But anyway,
No, no,
like
you're
if you
totally
threw her
right.
up in the front,
Never
well,
put
I meant, like,
Skylar
is
in the
it
front.
Schuler or is it Skyler or whatever?
Skylar.
But I can't help it. SCH. I can't.
I've got murdered for that. Like my first month doing lives, I got murdered. And I was like, how the hell do you know? Like how they even pronounce the game? I don't know if there's some website they actually pronounced it or they did whatever. But oh my god, it was never ending with the Schuler Skylar. It's like okay, whatever. But
Yeah.
see,
Oh, great. Now I'm gonna
compliance
get.
immediately hit you up.
Hate.
They hit you up
Yeah.
immediately. Told you.
But like if you put Skylar in the front, like I know you're not supposed to, but does it matter to him because it's just gonna be so overpowered anyway.
So in this battle, in all fairness, it's a counter battle. You're looking at 120 versus 145. I would say Leonida does actually pretty damn well in this battle. He holds his own. I mean, he's taking 2,500 from him. I would think, like, for an example, if they made some mistake and you put Lucius in the back and you put Skylar up front with Morrison, it may be enough to throw off a win. It would certainly make it closer, and he doesn't have that much wiggle room at 2,500. So it's an interesting question. I don't know. I mean, he only got 2 stuns out of her. I can tell you that if I'd love to see, let's say, a tank squad, like let's say if Leonida had a tank squad against a missile squad that was 145, and he could eliminate like Swift, where he had where Justin would have Swift in the back row, and Leonida was allowed to line up Marshall against his Swift. I think he could beat him. Looking at this, the way this goes, I know how much of a swing like Marshall taking out Swift could do. So I don't know. It's a very interesting question to say. This is interesting though to say there's 25 million power difference here, and he's doing a hell of a job. 2,500 is really good.
Oh yeah.
Because overall, you got to look at this overall. He broke even with Justin. Number 1 versus number 1, he broke even. So, I've been doing this constantly. I've been testing these waters and seeing what I can hold up against when I fight. Like, what can my wall hold up against? How much power? And Leonida just said, "Hold my beer," and went to town here. I mean, this is incredible for total hero power because Leonida's not even on. I don't know where Leonida is on the. See if Leonida's on your list here. I don't even know where he is.
Row 135.
Yeah, so Leonida's all the way over here. Why is he 4.9?
He's not. I mean that's the growth rate.
Oh, he's not in the top, whatever you said, right? The top.
Yeah, he's on the top
growth, so
100
he
of
doesn't
THP,
have
so he doesn't even have.
Got
yeah.
it. But even so, like his total, what's his total hero? See, he's 18.3 million power. So how is this How is this calculated? This number here, strongest. You have strongest hero power in millions. What is this number actually represent? This 8.2, 11.6, 12.4. Because this can't be that number. That's strongest hero power that's listed here as the top hero.
Yeah, that's where I got those numbers from, is right there.
But he's 18.3.
Yes, but his THP wasn't in the top 100, so I didn't get his.
Oh, because look where he would end up, right? Like at 18.3 would actually throw him into a top guys over here, though, which is
Here,
interesting because kind of what we talked about, right? This is exactly what the whole exercise is doing, is really saying, hey, he doesn't have a top hero power that's somewhere, but it's actually real power that he has, because it's throwing him outside the top, 135 down here outside the top, but then it throws him all the way up here when you talk about the top hero, right?
I just put him in, and he is 98 in row 98 now.
That's pretty cool. I think that kind of shows it. Like it's pretty. Hey, by the way, Leonida, look at that. I got you in here. Outside, you got an exception rule for you. Look at that. But yeah, he's sitting at, you look at him, he's only 478, and he's playing around with these guys that are 490. Now, my point was that he's 478, and he is fighting somebody who's 639. So I joke around and say, like, oh, I'm surviving a wall of somebody 60 million higher than me. I'm going for 80 million or something this week trying to survive. He's surviving with somebody that's like 200 million higher than him, and he's surviving. So, good for Leonida for pulling that fight even is pretty damn cool. Pretty damn cool to be able to do that. 3,200.
Yeah, and I think you found a great example.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it proves out the point that this is really what we want. We don't, I want to know how are you surviving this wall? Like, how strong are you really? It makes more sense to me than it does just looking blindly at those numbers that might not count as much. So this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. But to your point, Mike, I don't know that it really matters or not, but it certainly, given the fact that even this 25 million difference between the two, and that he's doing that much, I really would love to see it. Now, this is, in all fairness, a counter on his, like, let's call that out too, right? It's a missile versus an air. So Justin's as weak as you could be here against his strength. And he's still one handled. So, but it's still 25 million difference, and he's a, 2,500 here. That's pretty cool. And here's what I was talking about. This is where they're working on their power, because I know this can go up to 250. I think I've seen somebody at 200, and it said 250 was the number. So I don't know where it ends, if they just have this be endless right here. But you can see he's gaining an advantage here of 1 million. And I imagine his wall is going to be really the difference maker, because their wall, look at that. Look at the difference. I mean, Leonida's 5.5. He's 18.2. It's just crazy. The wall difference is just wild for these folks. So, yeah. So if anybody has time, go out there to the coordinates list and say hello. Register for the sweepstakes while you're there. You can do that under the announcements. Get all that information. And while you're there, I will show you where we're playing with this. Let me call it up and show you. So if you go into coordinates list, you go to Google Sheets under coordinates. So of course they have the coordinates request. Again, if you're looking for any server whatsoever, just ask them. They will email you that server in the game. They'll message you, they'll find you in the game. Very important to have your name all sorted, your team name and your server, so they know who to send it to, and they'll find you in the game with that link. But then also under here, in that same, a few below, it says Google Sheets. This first sheets under Princess Wolfie, you can get all of that data we were looking at. So it has the kills list, it has the the total hero power thing. I don't know what else you got on here, Mike. Anything else to point out? Even like these other things that you guys got
Actually,
going?
the interesting things are at the end. If you're
Yeah, just have people probably want to play
the
around.
VIP 18 THP survey. That's kind of a neat breakdown.
VIP 18 THP survey. So this is within this server range. These are the strongest people. Is that the premise?
Yep.
Here. Okay. So there you go.
And then
So in these
same
server
thing with the
ranges.
kills next to it, and but that's only VIP 18. It's not as extensive as Bex. So
Look at that. Nighthawk must be pretty damn strong because he's stronger than Hulk, huh? That crazy. What were you saying? It's the backlist
kills,
that he does.
Yeah. This is just fed off of the VIP 18 automatically.
Gotcha. Yeah. So this is who has the same thing. So you guys can look at this THP. This is the server range, and this is who the top person is for total hero power in every server range that they have here. And then it does the same thing with the kill survey. So you could do these are the top killers in these server ranges. What's Mewtwo's server range? I wonder what his server range is. Is he in Qatar's server range? He's not far away from me though. I think this might be Mewtwo. I think he might be in 200 to 299. I thought. I don't know. I could be wrong.
He said, "Yes, I am."
Which one? You're in Qatar's? 300 to 399. That's why Qatar's finding you all the time in that server range. Yeah. So cool stuff. And then you have the kill efficiency, which is something that people were asking for. So this would be pretty cool to go over as well. The kill efficiency that we have here. Because I know people wanted to see that. So maybe next time Beck's doing that, we'll also look at that. You slap this one together?
Yep.
Yeah. Doing some cool stuff here, Mike. Got some stuff. Cool stuff going on. Alliance power. Consolidation report. Yeah. So anyway, you guys can go out here, download the spreadsheet, go look at it. Again, you can see it up there. You're trying to find it. It's up. They have a name. This discord.gg/coordinates list. And that'll bring you right to it. Get it all dialed in.
Stop in and say hi.
Mike, I'll let you out of here. What anything you have to end with?
No, not really. It's been a pleasure as always.
Always, man. Always good having you on. All right. Thanks for joining, Mike. Appreciate you.
Hey, no problem.
We'll talk
I'll
to
catch you guys later. Yep.
Mike the
Bye.
Sage, everybody. Mike the Sage. Having us on there. Nice hero day coordinates list. Oh, our heroes. How much fun. Too much fun going on. Too much fun. Okay, so hopefully we didn't lose too many people to Last War Z. Mike. Getting everybody all spiced up. Playing that game. Oh. I don't know what I'm doing. Trying to pull this up again. There we go. There we go. Yeah, Mewtwo must be you must be running from him all the time, right? Qatar's range, yeah. That's how I figured you were running from him. What do you want? The VIP 18 survey should be divided by server grouping. It is. That was divided by server grouping. I mean, you could do the VIP 18. You're saying the VIP 18 overall THP should be divided by server grouping? I mean, you could divide it by, you can put it into server grouping if you wanted to. It's right now it's organized by total hero power, but you could organize it by whatever you want. You can click and organize it by server if you wanted to see everybody that they have on there. He had it all sorted out. So it's up to you how you want to sort through that. Guitar couldn't get through my shield. Guitar, he didn't get the shield buster there, Chicken Charlie? You found it. You figured it out. You found out how to survive Qatar. All right, everybody. Thanks again to Mike the Sage. Again, coordinates list, folks. Discord.gg/coordinates list. So get that in. Go check them out. All right, Total Hero Day. Let's take a look at what we got for Hero Day. On day 851. 851. Also, tomorrow, we won't have a show for you tomorrow. Really, the only day this week. We're pounding away on these shows. We will be Friday. We'll have a Kill Event show for you. I believe Bun Bun is joining us for Kill Event. I think she said she was going to join it. I think so. I don't know. We will be here for Kill Event. That much I can promise you. And then Saturday morning will be the final of Gold Vein. So I will bring you the finals live on Saturday for our server grouping. So there you go. That is the upcoming schedule for the next couple days. And yeah, let's get into Hero Day, Coordinates List Day. So much fun. Let's get this over here. Okay, you guys know the drill, by the way, if you haven't joined us before. Always, come on, guys. $5, great deals if you're a low spender, mid spenders. The cores, 84 for $5. Drone components, level 4, 7 for $5. And the drone parts, 105 for $5. I like all three of those. All three of those is good stuff. You don't have to do all three. You can just do one of them. If you're only gonna do one of them, I would recommend the drone parts to get 400 for $20. That's what I would recommend, especially if you. Oh, I should preface that. If you have not hit level 200 yet, I would think that is a great deal for you to move into that to move into that range of 200, because 200 does give you the 5% damage reduction. So I feel like you're worth it in there to go for that. Then once you go for that, all bets are off. You can collect all you want. You may want to shift back to unlock your T11s with cores, because it takes so long for low spenders, mid spenders to actually unlock your T11s. It's an eternity. So it's a good way to get a big bundle of cores that way. If you price it out, it's pretty cheap per core as you go. Glittering Event is the cheapest in bulk core. It's the only way that I would go to buy bulk cores is through their through the normal T11s. I will only get the 5, the 10, the 20 deal during the week. I do not do the 50 and 100. I do not do the weekly deal for cores either. I only do that in Glittering Event for the bulk. All right. So another thing is, I believe for these, let's do the skills where we are. So you guys want to make sure on Hero Day you have to build up all of your skills, your skill medals, and go through. The game is kind of giving everybody a break with some of these things, especially exclusive weapons, where you're now going to be able to go through it and catch up on the level 30 exclusives. I have stopped purchasing for the most part unless they come in some kind of deal or something. I will not be purchasing the exclusives anymore, but I still collect plenty of them through spending on other things, where I believe, like in Moonstone Blessing, like this for mobilization, I think they have it. The battle passes give you a crap ton of exclusive weapons still, so I will be getting them per that. If you come in how I am handling that right now, I have gone through all my exclusives to level 30 across the board, so I've started moving my exclusive weapons for my heroes at this point with my excess exclusive shards. I have done 50, 50, and 50 from Swift. Now, what I would really recommend everybody, if you already have your level 30s and you're going in and you're late in the season like us, late in the server, now that we know some of these things that are coming up, they're doing the heroes based on the force skill to lift up the hero power. So your strongest heroes are probably going to get mixed up again once you're able to get the new season 6 skill, right? Which is in here. So once you're able to get that, it's probably going to mix up the power on your new heroes again. So Tesla would be my guess is if you have everything to level 30 and you have him maxed out, my guess is once he gets that skill, he's going to be your strongest hero once again. So I know for the longest time we've been focusing on Swift, right? For missile. You're focusing on Diva for air, so no change there. Like you'll continue to focus on Diva for air. Maybe a small shift in tank. For the longest time, you focused on Kim, and maybe for a minute now, you've shifted to Stepman. With Kim getting the new one, you should go back to Kim being your strongest. That's very important, especially on tank, because Kim being the strongest is who Marshall's gonna buff. So if Marshall's buffing that hero, you want to get the most out of your buff. So regardless of where you are using your exclusive weapons at this point, if you're got everybody to level 30 exclusive, or you got your first team to level 30 exclusive, you go to your second team, level 30 exclusive should be where you go. You should not be doing this that you're seeing me do. I have everybody to 30. So that's the only reason why I'm doing this exercise here. If exclusive weapons, I know it's come up a lot in my messages and stuff. If you are moving towards finishing your first team with exclusive 30, no, you should not be now lifting your T1 with the exclusive shards. The efficiency and power is horrific in what you end up getting for using these versus raising your second team to level 30. You want to make sure you're moving over to your team 2 and raising those to 30. And being ready to stop people on your wall as you move into the next 2 years of playing the game, as you build a T2 similar to your T1. Do not waste your time. Guys, I can tell you through battle reports, we've seen this proven. It does not work. It doesn't. You just put one hero. If you pick one hero to level 30 and you're like, yeah, I'm going to take Swift and all my other heroes are going to be 20, on my main team. And I'm going to take this one hero and push him to 30, and now I'm going to push him even further to make that one hero stronger. No, you're only wasting your exclusive shards. Yes, you're wasting them. You could be building up your entire team to 30, right? One hero at a time, by the way. Please don't do the poker hand and do, 21, 22, 24. Just you raise one hero at a time to 30 to get that skill set. But please, don't go post 30 unless you are done with your heroes on 30. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it. There could be an argument if eventually we get there. We haven't gotten there in the game at this point. Right now, you're free to play. Most free to play people have only gotten a couple people to 30. If you're getting close to getting to 30, your next one is T2. There will be a conversation, I'm sure, as we get down the line. What should I do? Should I be putting, now that I've completed my second team to 30s, I'm a free-to-play player, I'm 2 years down the line here, I've got all my exclusive to 30 on my first team, all my exclusive to 30 on my second team. Should I be completing my third team, or should I go back to T1 and push it past 30? I don't know. That's going to be a very difficult conversation to have. But I would say, if at some point you get to the point you've finished your second team to 30, third team might be coming into play. Might. And I only say that because I know tactical is going to force you to do 300% mastery. Even if you're free to play, you're going to have to do 300% mastery, which means you're going to have to complete that third team to mastery, right? To 100%. So, your gear, that's going to be the real sucker for you, is as you're doing gear and you're getting in the honor points and you're getting all the gear in your second team. how long is it really going to take you to complete 1,000 more prints to fill in that second team? I mean, you're doing it 50 prints at a time. Free-to-play player, it's going to take a long time. But I don't know. Down the line, we may have to really visit as we progress in, a year or year and a half. It becomes a real conversation to start having. Maybe you will be to the point that make the suggestion of building the third team because some of these things are going to be forced upon you. Maybe. I think you have a while before we have to really worry about it, but I wouldn't necessarily throw it out of the equation in 2 years that you may have interest in the third team, because you will eventually get your team too. You have no choice. All these things are going to be, your leftover prints that you finish your first team. It's just going to happen. Eventually, you're going to go over there. Your reds are really going to be the problem. I mean, forever, your reds are going to be a problem. It's just ridiculous, right? The game does it on purpose. But anyway, so when we come in here, and for those of you that have completed all 30s, for my high spenders out there, what I would suggest you do as we shift here and we look at Swift as the number one player here on Tank, when you're going to push up the bonuses, I would move and switch to Tesla. And I would start pushing Tesla because he's going to be your number one hero. That's going to be back to your number one hero once you get this new skill in from season 6. That would be my guess. So what's going to happen, and you're going to keep pushing that skill set and push because you're resetting. You're resetting the game. So right now for you talk about short term, but really it's going to take you a long time, right? We're in the off season around us for 5 months. So you're going to go around for 5 months and look at your heroes and stack your hero power. Where are you going to stack it? I don't know. I'm thinking for my part Swift. So for me, I'm sorry, I would think for Tesla, I'm going to shift to Tesla myself. Right now, I bring this up because I already started moving Swift in the hero hit points. I already started moving Swift halfway. So I'm 75 here. So I'm going to complete this one to 100 to get the bonus because I'm already 75. This would be like leaving an exclusive weapon at 24 and then switching somebody to 30. So since I've already made my bet at this point, I'm going to keep pushing Swift to 100. I would say to you, if you haven't though, if you just are sitting on 50s, move it over to Tesla and start doing Tesla. That would be my suggestion to start lifting a hero. So I'll do this. I will only do the hit points here to 100, and then I'm going to shift over to Tesla. Now, Tesla does have some for me already because there are some freebies that the game gives you. They get these chests where they make you choose between one of the 3 original heroes, Kim, Diva, and Tesla, which is very interesting. They did that now, looking back at what they did for Season 6, because they came out with those chests and you had to choose exclusive weapon to push one of those 3. I always choose Tesla because missiles my number one. So I have been able over time to kind of get a head start on Tesla as it is. But I do have some work to do here to, lift these up. I am in no hurry. This is a suggestion on what you do with your existing exclusives. I am by no means telling you to buy exclusives and put them in here because these bonuses are, it's bullshit. It's just, it doesn't move it very far. There are better ways to spend your money in the game. That's the bottom line. Are you going to get some power from it? Of course. Of course you are. There's a million things you're going to get some power from. But it's about organizing and spending your money and making it go the longest, especially when you're a big spender. You see all these people with 320 total hero power, but where is their power coming from and how are they building their squads and teams? I would prefer not to jump ahead on T11s. People are jumping on T11s. I wait for the glitter event. You guys have seen me build over and over again on Bounty Hunter event this week. I only get these shards are for the special training. I only get those for Bounty Hunter because it's the best deal. And now I'm going to do it this week on Friday. I'll show you. I'm going to do it on Friday. I'm also going to do I get to go to Heart Bond on Friday, and then I just have patience. I will wait an entire month for Bounty Hunter again before I'm going to purchase the bond badges or any of the special training stuff. Whatever I get for free is fine. But you guys have seen me do this with T11s. I sat and I did not, do anything with T11s for the most part. I just build throughout the week. On the weekly, I do buy the I don't want to say I don't do anything, because that's not true. I do the weekly, the 5, 10, the 20, because that's a deal in the weekly Friday when it comes up for the T11s for the cores. But outside of that, I don't buy the weeklies, I guess is my point. The people that you see that have completed all of these, like to the 4 and unlocked here, they're buying all the weekly stuff. They're buying the weekly in here, right here. They're buying all this. $50, they can get 4 of them. They can get 400 extra. And that's what they're pushing in order to unlock these as fast as humanly possible. But if you price what I'm doing and you price it doing that, I mean, you're through the no. It's ridiculous, the price. Not to mention, we had Shady Pun on who did this. Shady Pun is almost at the end here and done with it. And he said by the time he's gotten to the end here, he's actually disappointed with the power gains he's accumulated towards the end. More the reason, everybody, that you don't need to spend your money that way. Like, you don't need to go out of your way to rush this process. If you're playing this game for a long period of time, then act like you're going to play it for a long period of time. Take advantage of the bargains when they come, and whatever the discounts is, and then otherwise just wait. Just wait it out. There's no need to, overextend yourself on some of these things when it doesn't make sense. And one of those things would be right now when you're completely filled with exclusive. There's no need. There's no need for me. I don't even want the $5 pack at this point. I don't need it. There's nothing. I don't like the bonuses that I'm getting for those exclusive 30. And when it comes, it comes. And now that I know they're not even doing exclusive weapons anymore, what the hell am I going to do? I'll get the battle pass when they're going to give me 100 for $20. Sure, I'll get the battle pass because that makes sense. That makes sense. That's good spending right there. But otherwise, what am I, just, a glutton to sit here and take all those exclusives, all these exclusive, and just hit, buy. No, it doesn't make any sense. Why would I do that? So anyway, I do the same thing like skill chips. And this is why I struggle personally as I'm trying to build, as much of a deal as possible. This is why I've taken advantage of drone parts. And for the majority of people that have hit 250, they've agreed with me that there was no need for them to rush out and do 250. There was no need. It was way better to just sit here like I am and slowly clocking this, because this right here, every time I hit now upgrade, I can complete an arms race, or I can complete almost an entire week of versus doing that. There's very few, battles that I'm going to lose over a 235 drone versus a 250 drone. Doesn't matter. Yet the thousands that they spent to run out and get those drone parts to hurry up and get them, incredibly expensive. Incredibly expensive, like 10,000. Like, really a lot of money when you were at 200 and you're trying to rush to 250 and you're buying out Bounty Store, or you were buying out the key event. Thousands of dollars. And so that money can be diverted. I did not spend that much. You can divert it to other places. One of those places would be skill chips. I'd rather go into mobilization and clean out all the gold material and get 10 skill chips every single time. That's more value to me. Now, those people are also doing that. But again, you're spending thousands upon thousands to do some of these things that eventually I'm going to be 250. It's just going to take me a lot longer than other people to get there. And I'm okay with that. It's kind of like the components. I've shifted at this point. I'm done now with components, right? I've gotten to the 10th. Maybe I'll come back to it eventually. But right now, no. And the biggest problem that I have is combat boost. Because I know that this is actually worth it. So to get to 750, I've seen the bonuses that people get for 750. It's crazy. It's really good. They get a really big bump on their drone. There's chips. The chips go up. They become more powerful. You're seeing a lot of the people that are stronger than me in the total hero power have hit 750 on the drone. I mean, the VIP 18s are hitting 900, which is just, I don't even know how you get there. That's such a fantasy number to me. That's like 100% tactical right now. It's such a fantasy, number. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't compute. But this one, I can't sit here and tell you like I would for attributes to tell you, hey, save thousands of dollars. If I was like coaching a high spender, I would say, what the hell are you doing? Don't spend the money on the drone parts. It's not worth it. If you're itching to spend the money, then do it on your combat boost and go get the 5, 10, 15 every day of those and push that number instead. Get that drone, get that combat boost up, because that's really going to give you the advantage over every other high spender. Across the board, high spenders are pretty much even when you look at a lot of the stuff that they're doing. So this gives you an enormous advantage on them. I would be looking at that and saying, oh crap, I want to move that combat boost. You know, this is going to give me an advantage over folks. But make no mistake, like that's a hell of an investment, incredible investment. And right now, I still need all these skill chips, and it feels like this number does move slowly, but it moves. If I got to all 10, I did get my first 10, by the way, this week for skill chips. If I got these all 10, and I got these all 10, and I had these all 10 for skill chips, then and I looked at combat boost and I still wasn't there, then I wouldn't be paying for skill chips anymore. Maybe it would make sense to divert that to those. But combat boost is a real deal, and there's really nothing you can do about it. That's an investment that's worth making. It doesn't make sense to do the bond rating for the gorilla, to push it to these unbelievable limits everybody's doing. I understand that it's giving total hero power, but if the one thing you look in a battle report, you guys could all do it with me. You guys look at your battle reports and you see somebody who has the advantage of you. When that advantage comes from Overlord, you win the fight. You guys all know this. You know, if that's the one thing that you need to overcome, you can beat them, right? So, is there an advantage to where some of them are going? You know, some of them are bought and they're getting absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, I guess there's an argument for probably the top 2% of the game that's actually not just taking it to here, but actually already like moving to team anchor to the end of here and moving to this elite ace. Listen, I mean, like I said, the 2% of elite players that are doing that, maybe for them, it's been a great investment and it's worth it as we go in. We don't even know what the hell these things look like yet because they haven't even gotten there. That's how wild it is to get here. It's going to take forever to do that. So maybe when we see it, they'll make the blueprint for the other high spenders to figure out what they're going to do. But in the meantime, yeah, you're seeing from experience the people that have got the T11s over here. It's been really good. And this week, by the way, coming up week when we do Tuesdays or Monday night show, I'm going to do the glittering event, and we're going to take the glove for this one, the 2-star. After 2 stars, we're going to get to the glove. We'll see what it's worth. The previous 2 were really worth a lot. We'll see what the third one is worth. And then you guys get to see it for yourselves, whether you want to advance that or not. So, okay. That would be my advice there. The other thing that I want you to do is skill medals, guys. Make sure, please, you're doing your arms races because the game is kind of paused on exclusive weapons. It seems like they're pausing on skill medals. I know there's a conversation out there about whether to do these, to do the skills here, maybe eventually or whatever. They'll want you to use skill medals and shards to be able to push these out here. I don't know. I can't imagine they're going to do that, but I guess we'll find out for these. But you should be really, like, if you're free to play low spend, I don't care who you are. At this point in my server range, you should have your first and second team done. Just about done. That should be really what you do. They've removed what tiers? Noodle, I'm sorry? You said they're confirming they're removed those tiers. For which? Killer, Heartbond gives 5% crit rate to 10%. Heartbond to team anchor gives 10% crit rate, 15%. Oh, there you go. There's some good numbers right there. That's awesome. Let me go in there. What were you saying, Noodle? $20 and $50 tiers. $20 and $50 tiers removed. For what? For what? $20 to $50 tiers for what? Let me go in here and go over that. So that's good numbers, Zero. Thank you. There's some good numbers. So they are really good. Those are good. Those are good numbers. That crit rate is, I mean, if that's getting that high, that's pretty damn good. Just to give you an idea, what Zero's saying here, Heart Bond is giving 5% to 10%. So we're about to do that this week to find out the crit rate, how it is. I can tell you, I just went up to level 10. I'll say that too. Level 10 here for my components. This right here let my crit rate go to 5% from going to level 10. Then this crit rate is only, let's say, what, 1%, 2%. I'm not sure what 11 gives you. It looks like a 1. When research the following entries value, you get another 1%. So I don't know if it's like another 2%, maybe 2.5. I guess you get 2.5% to go to level 11. So I'll just show you the difference in crit rate. Just to get to a level 11, you're only getting 2.5% crit rate. When you think about crit rate from Deco, what it takes you, like crit damage right here is 2.5% crit damage, and that's a level 4 right now. I get, what do I get? A half. Well, where's the thing right here? So 1.5% crit rate for level 3, and level 4 is 2%. So this was 5%, and now what Zero is saying, those are large numbers, kind of puts things into perspective a little bit. When you think about this, so Heart Bond is going to be, and I have that right here. It's going, you can see right here, crit rate goes from 5% to 10% for Heart Bond. So that'll be Friday, I get that. But then he's saying Team Anchor is 10% to 15%. So going here, damn, that's another 5% crit rate. So the people that are in Team Anchor right now are fighting those people that are Strategic Pillar. And most of those people in Strategic Pillar probably don't have all level 10 components. They're fighting minus like 12% crit rate, 13% crit rate. Damn. I mean, that's a lot, guys. That's a lot of crit rate given up for that. I mean, that's across the board, though. This is just for the crit rate for your Overlord. The other one that I'm talking about for the components are your heroes. And the Deco is your heroes. This is just your Overlord. But that's a lot. 5 to 10%. The problem is, even to Zero, it's a lot of crit rate to do it, but it is your Overlord who's getting it. And when we look at the battle reports for that, like even if I look at, like, let me look at the damage being done. We just talked about Leonida, right? Who was fighting Justin. If we look at their gorillas, which are probably incredibly strong, yeah, look, they're both Team Anchor. So they both have hit that 10% crit rate increase for the Overlord. But then when you look at the damage their gorillas are doing, it's not, like, 3.3 million is all they get. I wonder if they die like instantly in these battles. I wonder how long their gorillas, elite against elite people, I wonder how long their gorilla like actually lasts. Yeah, I mean both are dead. Absorbed a ton of damage, but they didn't do any offensive damage. Yeah, I just don't know that it's worth it for the crit, like just the crit rate for Overlord alone. I mean, you can see the like absorbing the debuff that the gorilla does is incredible. The damage taken is more than just almost any hero. I mean, think about at this stage, the Overlord is matching McGregor. Imagine having a second tank hero to absorb all that damage. That's pretty good right there. To get a 29 million and a 29 million. And then look at the debuff. Look at the debuff Justin's getting. 33.6 million, and he's got 32.1 million damage taken from the Overlord. That's really good. I maybe that's the skill difference. Let me see what their skills are. Oh yeah, look, Justin's maxed on everything. And he's look at the difference. He's maxed here for offense, but not defense. He's maxed completely on defense. And Leonida is not. And you definitely saw the difference there in the debuff and the damage taken. So if you're maxing out those skills, you can see the difference. Even in high level battle like that, you can really tell what this is doing here. I mean, this is where the crit rate, this is draining the crit rate for your defense. Overlord. So the longer, we've talked about this, the longer that Overlord can stay alive, the more crit rate it's taking from the enemies, and it's increasing crit rate received by 2 front row enemy units. So this is really important, but you can see the difference in how much damage it's really being done. I think this is auto attack, right? Reduce all damage itself 3 front row after the battle begins. Reduce the auto attack, yeah. Damage taken by itself for 9 seconds. Let me see what is the offensive skill? Does it say anything about the crit rate? After your hero scored 10 critical hits, the Overlord attacks 2 random enemies dealing physical damage. All right. Attack 1 unit dealing physical damage equal to 2 attack. Critical hits boost its damage by 2%, stacking up. Yeah. It's just so difficult to even look at these categories knowing that it did like 3.3 million. It's tough to even take that seriously. Like 3.3 million each. The defenders were doing way more than that, and your defenders suck offense. So it's just so difficult to look at it anything other than just a damage absorber. So then when I look at it, like what's going up from a damage absorbing perspective on these things. So you get your defensive boost here, 33.6% from 33.2. The resistance to all damage type does it. Hey, Zero, do you know if that moves? Is your resistance to all damage stuck at 45 forever, or does that move? Because that's what I'd love to get, is this to move to like 50%. But I don't know if it moves with any of the other ones, or if it's just the crit rate. Not sure. And then I know your mark size must move up. I think it moves up by 1 or something like that. Yeah, it's still 45%. So I wonder if any of these, if it moves up to 50%, because that would be awesome if that resistance to all damage types went up for your Overlord and it could absorb even more damage. Damn, that's good shit. Oh, it doesn't even go higher? Oh, that sucks too. So your mark size is stuck at 435. Damn, that's brutal too. And that's all the way he's talking about here. He's talking about Team Anchor. Who knows what Elite Ace and an Ultimate Overlord. I'm sure we'll find soon. I'm sure somebody like Hulk or somebody must be pretty close to that. Actually, on our own server, I think Doberman might be close to finishing that too. I'll probably be able to look at his to see what Elite Ace does. I'll ask him to share that when it's going to move up. But yeah, anyway. I'll be doing that. I'll be moving these a little bit. Like I told you, Bounty Hunter is the only time I move special training. This is another thing, by the way. It ends up getting, like, it's not worth it. It's just you get this, and I see so many people just pumping the 800, and they rush, and they spend all this money. It's another dump of money goes into trying to move this to special training. I will have this moved as well to special training. It's just I'll do it by Bounty Hunter little by little when I dump in the money and I get this. It's another thing that I wouldn't be dumping an enormous amount of money in. if you're trying to build stuff, you know. Stick to your gear. If you're gonna spend money, make sure you're building your gear out. We're having all these conversations and talking about all this, spending all this money in all these places that I'm telling you guys. But in reality, if you're a high spender, you should be buying red prints. You should be buying blueprints. You should be, you know, sorting through. If you're, I say it all the time, right? Low spenders, mid spenders. Where do you do it? Do the bullseye event. Just keep getting your prints, filling those out. It's freaking gear in this game is still just so strong. It's just so strong. And you guys watch my tank squad come along. I still haven't filled that thing out. Between the gear that I put on there, the exclusive weapons that I have, and my mastery, man, it completely solidifies your team. It's just so important. It's just so important when you're looking at battles, if you're working on those things. Anyway, back to the arms race. Incredibly important, guys. Move your skills up when you can. Like your top 2 teams should be done free to play. That is, the game's giving you a cheat code, giving you all these free skill medals. All you have to do is stay busy enough to do those arms races, right? To speed up your things. I know, and don't come at me and tell me you don't have speed ups. Somebody on the Discord just showed me. Who the hell was it? Woo. I think it was Woo. Woo showed me. He's got like 500 days of speed ups. Yeah, I saw it. It's wild. He's got 500 universal days of speed ups. So if somebody like Woo hits me and tells me that he doesn't have the ability to win every single arms race, yeah, no way. I'm not buying it. Suck it. No way, bro. So that means if you can do that, first of all, the drones arms race is cake. Because, well, I wouldn't say cake because some of you are definitely short on stamina. And you need to use stamina to win that. So I can understand if you're short on stamina or struggling to get stamina, that would make sense. But you know, like the speed ups, the building speed ups, you just have to use your speed ups to do it. I think it's like 2 days of speed ups for every arms race. 2 days of speed ups for every time you do the tech. You're doing your tech to get all your chests open. Come on, you guys can do that. Your hero, there's no excuse for your hero one. That's just your tickets. Just use 30 tickets every single time. Use 30 hero tickets and you get the arms races done for your heroes. Come on now. You guys can do all that. For all those skill medals, then you're going to get to the end of the hero day and you're going to have like 150,000, close to 200,000 skill medals. For doing your arms races, for, getting it in your mobile squad tasks. I don't know. I haven't even used mine yet. I'll tell you, I think I have all my missile is 100%. All my missile is 100% and all my air is 100%. The only one I have left for air that I'm working on is Carly. And Carly, I finished Carly's tactics and now I have Carly's passive and Carly's auto attack. That's what I'm moving last. Are these. And sometimes, what happens with these, like, yeah, I'm going to do all passive, right? I do all passive. The problem is you'll see 33, you go, why the hell are you doing the auto attack? What happens is I'll do like all of these and then I'll only have like enough, like I'll have 28,000 or something like that. And I don't have enough to do a 35 again, but I have enough to do like one of these. So I'll end up doing one of the auto attacks. That's how I end up with like a couple here and there. I'll max them all out before I move on to tank. I'll have these all maxed. She's my last hero for air before I completely max all my skills. And then I'm on tank. And I think all my tank is like at 30 right now or something. So I have everybody to move up that I need to do on tank squad. Because I focused on my number 1 and my number 2 teams first. But come on. I mean, you guys should this is all free to play. Free to play you could be ahead of me on this. I don't buy skill medals. I know a lot of people do. If they buy them, then they don't have to do the arms races. I know a lot of the VIP teams don't even have heroes to do anymore. They've done all the skill medals and advanced it. Maybe they bought stuff and did whatever. But for free to play, low spend, you should be doing all those skills. Please, people, do your arms races, get those skills. It's a free place to get yourself a little bit of power, a little bit of edge. I'm not so convinced you're getting a large bump by going 30 to 40. There are some advantages there, but they're not as big as when you did it like 1 to 30. Like 1 to 30, they makes an enormous difference. Like even like 1 to 20, when you first do those skills, there are actually like huge bumps, difference when you're fighting, as opposed to when we started doing like 30. Like you do 30 to 35. I don't know. Very difficult for me to. I'd say prove it. You know how I am in this game with sandboxing. I say prove it. If it works that well, then prove it to me. But it's very difficult because you're not only lifting just your skills up, you're also working on other things, right? Like even today I'll be advancing some exclusive weapons. I'll be advancing my wall. Those are all worth, where are you getting the power from? Like you had a power difference. Did any come from the skill increase, or did it come from all these other places that you're adding power slowly? Maybe you go up one level on your drone. Maybe you chip away at your components or something else. You're getting little bits of power everywhere. So with small incremental increases like the skills, it's so hard to just say that it's going to give you some kind of like enormous power difference. But it's a power difference nonetheless. And when you're free to play and low spend, you can use any free one that you can get, and that is a free one. 100%. So take advantage of it, because it's the one they give you for free. All right. And then, yeah, the wall is another thing. When you're doing heroes, let's talk about this real quick. So when you come in and do your hero tickets, again, what I just tell you for arms race, you need to do 30 per day, do arms race. That means you need probably some of them you can do heroes 2 times in a row. So that means one day you're going to need 60 tickets, and the other days you're going to need like 180 tickets. So for the most part, you should really leave yourself with 250 tickets at all time in the beginning of the week. So if you get the hero day, don't just go in and go, oh, I'm going to empty out all my tickets and get all these. Oh, I'm just going to do this. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to get them all. Give me 100 and go 100 over and over again. No, there's no need. First of all, it's giving you very small points in versus anyway. It doesn't give you a lot of points. Secondly, it's way more valuable to do it for arms race. So don't just use them all and waste them all here. People who pay and do things often get more of these tickets than you may get for free to play low spend. So make sure you always have stocked at the beginning of this week. You have, 250. You're locked in. Your arms races are covered for hero arm races. You're good. So that's what I would recommend for the wall. And doing, let's go in and speaking of, let's go in and do the little wall here. And we can finish looking at these. Lifting everybody up. All right. So I got everybody done. What I did and what I recommend for you is to go to 200 on your main team. Again, you know how I feel about free to play low spend. You guys are going to need a T2. Eventually, you're going to work your T2. It's very difficult after 200 to recommend you. The value starts to go down a little bit because you no longer get the bonus. You're getting it at 50, you're getting it at 100, you're getting it at 150, you're getting it at 200. But when you start getting into 300, it not only increases, and you need to do 20 per level, but also you need to go to 300 before you get value. So this starts to get into the question of, wow, I can really get a lot more value over on a T2 team going 50, 100, 150 at 10 instead of 20. So I would recommend you at 200 switching to a T2 that you're going to get to. Again, I keep telling you, I promise you're going to get to that. If at that point you're not using a third team, and depending on when you actually occur where you're able to get both teams to 200, then I'd say go back to 300 and don't worry about your third team. That advice may change, and if we have this conversation in a year and a half, 2 years, when we see free-to-play accounts and maybe third team becomes viable, just like we talked about earlier. But right now, I would say just do your T1 and your T2 and then come back to your T1. I do all three of my teams, so I do the same strategy where I do 200s, and then I moved to air, and I did all 200s, and then I moved to tank, and I did all 200s. Or my main teams. Now I'm doing 300s, and actually, I'm on my last hero to 300. And I may get him. Oh, short. So close. Oh, look at that. 60 more gold shards. And then my purples, I have Venom that I'm pushing. So he's getting all them, trying to push his level to 100. I already have them at 200, 200. He's taking double the shards. These UR heroes take double the shards. So it's really, I would, you can do some of the other heroes instead first because they take double the damn shards. And Venom, I'm not using anyway. I mean, let's be honest. I don't know. Again, we just talked about the skill medals and how important they are to use. I use skill medals on Sarah because Sarah you can actually use in your lineup for 2 full seasons. You basically can use Sarah for season 4 completely, the off season of season 4 to season 5, and you basically can use Sarah all the way to season 5 until exclusive weapon of Morrison goes up. So that's worth putting the skills in. Early on, you may want to do the Scarlet Adam combination in season 3, right? You may want to go like season 3 using Scarlet. Okay, Scarlet will last season 3 and season 4. So you can get 2 full seasons out of Scarlet until you get 5 exclusive weapons, and then Scarlet doesn't make any sense. So those 2 make sense to me if you want to use skills on them, if that's your strategy to move forward, because you're getting a lot of use for a large part of your game from them. But I'm never using Venom. I don't give a shit about Venom. Like, I'm not going to waste my skills on Venom. So it's very difficult for me to sit here and tell you, yeah, raise up Venom's power for here because it used double the shards. If you were tank and you were looking, I would say use your purples on, these heroes instead. I'm Braz. I already used Braz. Now Braz is going to get the UR. He's going to lose all of these, and then I'm going to have to build him up as well. Which, sucks. I don't know if I'm going to use him either, to be honest with you. And some of them, I don't know. Like, if you're not going to use them, I don't know, you either change them to UR. Because you could see here, like, I've moved Braz with only 10 per, and I've been able to get him to 200, and I got missile hero attack at 1%. When I switch, if I'm not going to use Braz, it just might not even be worth it to... It might not even be worth it to use them. Just to reset his boosts. Right? Like, why reset his boosts? His boosts are so much easier to get here. I got 1%. Now look at me. I'm restarting with Venom, and it's taking me double the shards to get back to where I was. And now I'm only at 0.5% for this. So it just changes. Now I got to get another 0.5% here. So although it may look like it's only 0.25, it's so much easier to get him to go there. So I don't know. If you're not going to use the hero, I don't know if there's an argument to be made. What are you looking for, Deathwolf? I just made the switch to missile with air as my T2. All right, missile with air. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I know you were talking about that, God. Look how long it took you to make that switch. You've been talking about that here for a long time, man. What's that, like 6 months? How long did it take you to make that switch? Tell everybody when everybody thinks about making a switch between teams, it's not fast. It takes a long time. And how long did that's a hell of a commitment. Yeah, and Deathwolf's like, Deathwolf was a mid spender. Now what are you, more like a mid-low spender, Deathwolf? You kind of dropped down a little bit. You were a mid, if I remember correctly. I remember all these profiles for everybody. It should be damn quiz with all this knowledge that I have of these names when I see them now. All right, so what do we 8 o'clock? Run out of time. Let me get one. I'm gonna get one account I'm going to get one account in, view in. And what I'm going to do on Friday, I'm back on Friday. I'm going to spend, we're doing Friday Kill Event. I'm going to spend the first 2 hours of a Friday show before Kill Event. I'm going to have Bun Bun on too, so I'll have her mixed in. I'm going to do 2 hours of account reviews and battle reports. So, and I know I'm old. I haven't gone to the account reviews. I'm going to get caught up with account reviews, and I'm going to pick a session. We're getting these, we're figuring out the days, the different people that we have in. We've had Wisconsin in, we have Shady Pun in, we have Eki in, we have Mike in, we had Mewtwo in, we got to get Baja in. We have a bunch of lineup for different people and different guests. We'll split everybody out. We have Beck, we got to have in. So we'll have people mixed in for everybody throughout these weeks. And then I'm going to pick a specific day so we can get down to our battle reports and account reviews. I'm just trying to get all of this worked out again and get organized. But I will have it. I will get caught up on the Discord for account reviews. You guys can go ahead and share the information on there. I'll actually start from newest to oldest because I know some of them got a little old as we went. So I'll figure out, I'll get in contact with those people, reach out because, that's who I am. I feel too bad to not get after folks. So I'll try to give them a hand too, get that all situated. I still get the battle reports. We'll start doing those. And we'll fixate on some of the days. So, what did you say, Deathwolf? Yeah, about 6 months. Missile Mastery is now at 74. Yeah, so imagine that, guys. If you're thinking about switching teams, Deathwolf did it. 6 months. And I can concur with him. Even as a spender, it probably took me about 4 months. So, and I can tell you a VIP 18 I've talked to before did their switch when they went from air to missile. It took them like 3 months to make the switch. It's a long time to make that switch. It's brutal. It is a grind to switch teams. What I meant with server Excel, it goes from 0 to 100, 101 to 200, etc. But I'm in 421, and my server grouping starts at 421. Oh, I see what you're saying. I understand, Sebastian. Yeah, well, so here's the problem I think with that is I don't know that he necessarily knows that server grouping. I suppose you could look at like Captain Hedgehog to figure out. I know what you're trying to get more of the true server groupings instead of random 100s server groupings because that's not how the game does it. So I see what you're saying. I think there's some merit to that. I also think that though it's difficult as the game progresses to change. You got to change all the server groupings and stuff, maybe. But I don't know. I think there's validity to it because you can have like 3 through 68, right? That's like a server grouping. 69 through 196 is a server grouping. So, yeah, I'll talk to Mike about that. I think it does make sense. Should I be equipping Swift or Tesla with full mythic? Well, Deathwolf, if you're going to season 6, you're going to season 6 now. Originally, this would have been an easy one. I would have told you Swift. But right now, I would say Swift. But as you get into when Tesla's 4th skill gets released, yeah, you should switch over. Tesla's your number 1 hero again. It's so weird to say. But yeah, Tesla's going to be your number 1 hero as far as strength. Swift's still going to be strong. I mean, incredibly important. But and we'd have to test all this out. Sandboxing, I'm just throwing it out there as what my theory would be, Deathwolf, as far as what they're advancing. But if the whole point is these skills are going to be similar to exclusive weapons and their strength, that's the whole point of it, then yeah, I would think Tesla's going to skyrocket in power again. So yeah, I would think that's who's going to, you're going to want to keep Tesla alive. But then again, it's so weird now that we look at after exclusive weapons, because Tesla almost buffs Swift and Fiona. Like you're bringing the damage from Swift and Fiona, right? And then Tesla's damage almost like buffs them too, right? So yeah, it's going to be difficult. You have to see what that 4th skill is, Deathwolf. Such a tricky thing. I think tank is easy. See, the other two teams are so much easier to answer that question, Death Wolf, because tank is clearly going to be Kim. That's easy. Stetman barely just took over that power rank, so Kim goes right back to number 1 for tank. Diva, I don't think Diva ever really lost it. Diva to Morrison. Diva was always just number 1. Diva is just like crazy damage dealer. So it's easy for us to give Diva number 1 status there, right? Tank is so difficult because Swift took over as easily the unanimous number 1 of that squad. And you're going to have to sandbox that and see the damage that comes from Tesla and then see what comes from Swift and how we want to organize that. It's going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be fun. Because it's been such a non-debate as far as, missile goes. But that's what I would do, my man. I would wait and see. You don't even have Swift at 30 yet? Yeah, you should definitely want to get Swift at 30. His exclusive weapon is still awesome. So you still want to do that. But yeah. All right. Let me grab an account review real quick. So I promised account review. I'm gonna grab one here in account reviews. We gonna do it. Who we getting? All right. Pop this out here. Okay. So this person's saying they're from Nick Tracity. This is a question from the 13th. They are from server 1577. Ooh, all right. I like it. I'm on the right in the battle report. All right, what's their name? Okay, that's their name. Closing season 2 out, and we just unlocked the Overlord. In the process of leveling it up, so I can hop in. So we can hop in a squad. I consider myself a lighter spender, around 300 a month. They're a light spender, around 300 a month. Yeah, okay. Give or take. If possible, I'd love a review. And okay, yeah. First of all, you're not a light spender. You're spending 300 a month. That's wild. That's wild. 300 a month. I'm a light spender. Hey, vey. Boy, oh boy. All right, so take your number 1 squad is 34.95. Okay. Numbers get wild. Let's see what you got. You're on the right here. All right, you're all 5 stars, so that's a good start. All right. Let's see what we got going. Oh, I didn't see your exclusives. You didn't show your exclusives here. That would be nice to see. Diva. Regardless, Diva should be going to 30. What do you got? How's your gear looking? Okay. I mean, aggressive to put Diva in front when you haven't even completed all the gear yet. Instead of giving it to Lucius for now. See, when I would do this, really, like I would be giving this to right now, like Diva's great in front, but you need all the gear completed. I need to watch this battle report. Does Diva die? I don't know who you're fighting either. Who are you fighting? 33.8, 34.9. Oh, looks like you got beat pretty handily. We're missile squad though, so what to tell. I like to watch this battle fight to see who got killed first. Because if Diva is dying in the front, then move Diva to the back. You give Lucius the defensive gear until you're ready to make Diva all filled out, and then move her up. You still got to fill out her chip. I do like your reds though. You're all good. You went full defensive. Give him Diva. Get Diva a gun. I'd get Diva a red gun. But you're pretty close to allowing. Like once you get, you're pretty close to having Diva in front and then Lucius strong with that radar, because I like that too. Lucius's radar. Yeah, pretty good. Fill out, if you're going to keep her in front, fill her out, make her full strong. This is a good start. I really wouldn't worry about that Overlord either. I wouldn't rush that. Okay, good. This gives me high hope that you are pushing Diva's exclusive. So that is good. Why are you completing Morrison's skills before Diva's? Oh, because he's maxed at 30. Fair. Okay. Okay, yeah. Well, at least you didn't push the defender's guns. That's good. Usually I see that all the time. You're already 156 for your drone. Now you're a light spender, all right. You're already 156. You are pushing. I mean, since you're not a light spender, I can't give you any advice to focus on any of this until you complete all of your gear. So I would be focusing on your gear right now. You are 300 a month, which tells me you can do some serious damage with your gear. Serious damage. Yeah, between the battle passes and collecting the bullseye bullets faster, between the honor store, you can really fill out your first team pretty fast at 300 a month. At least getting a lot of the gear on it. You're in season 2 right now. I would say you're putting money. If you're in season 2 right now, you're spreading out your money too much on this team. Because you should already be farther along at this. I don't know if you've spent 300 the whole time, but I'd like to see your gear even further along. 5 stars with your lethal first, because lethal gives you the extra drone target. So you push the overall push your lethal to 5. There you go. Combat boost is fine. Troops are fine. Nothing. Oops. Nothing you can do about the drone. Nothing you can do about the drone components. You're only funny 300 a month, and there's really nothing you can do about drone components. That's just the truth. Like, drone components are so expensive in total mobilization. What are you gonna do? Is what it is. Yeah. If you're putting money into your Overlord, minimize that. Like, it's not gonna do a whole ton for you. Early on, I'd rather see you getting your gear. You're behind for 300 a month. You are behind in gear. I would love to suggest you do other things, but you were air. I hope you have all your air out of hero by now. If not, make sure you're getting your air, and your bottom 4 should be completed in here. Siege, defense, and mastery. All right, I like this. I like the triangle you have here. Keep pushing these, including your defense. But your tech looks pretty damn good for season 2. You got some good valor tech already pushed. So this is good. Keep pushing. Let's see. Deco good. War leader and all this, yeah. Pretty good. You look like you're on the right track. I would keep pushing that. Don't split your mastery. I don't know what the hell you're doing with 1% and 1%. I don't know what this is. Just push your aircraft mastery. Don't get cute. And yeah, push these evenly. Get that defense fortifications up. Don't forget it. Keep pushing that. But yeah, other than that, push more money into your gear. That would be my best advice for you. Always, your team looks pretty strong, and it looks like you're doing pretty good with your exclusive weapon, although I can't see it. It looks like you have almost Diva to 30. So that's the correct order that you're going in. Yeah. Light spender. Come on now. Light spender. $300 a month. Wild. I know these early servers have crazy stuff, but $300 a month is not light spender. Listen, Errol, if $300 a month is a light spender, I can't. I gotta tell you, you might as well be free to play. I mean, it's pretty wild. All right. Can I see your missile formation? I want to see if I have it right. I put 30. What are you talking about, Death Wolf? Who the hell's coming after me? Oh, we got zombies coming. I just got through actually. I just got through sandboxing another 150 formations. Death Wolf. I'm up to I think like 436 formations tested at this point for missile. And then I was trying to do, I needed to get to like 600 or something. It's like 700 to get everything spreadsheeted out for my missile formation. And then you know what? We're going to get the stupid awakening shards, and then I'm going to have to do it all over again anyway. So I got very depressed today when I thought about that, and I'm like, what a waste of time for me to do this right now. I love the sandbox, but I got to tell you, like, the whole awakening shard thing could completely throw everything out of whack as far as, I don't know. I may want Tesla front. I don't know. So I got to retest the whole friggin' thing once I get Tesla's awakening shard. So at this point, I'm like in the middle where I'll probably finish it anyway. And then, you know, whoever comes after me will benefit, but I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Yeah, I don't know about that. I haven't gotten to, I have not gotten to Adam in front. Actually, Adam in front is last on my list. I have Swift, Tesla, and Fiona in front so far. I have not gotten to that. But I find it hard to believe I want all my attackers in the back, and then I want Skylar beating the shit out of all my attackers. I find it hard to believe I want all my attackers in the back, and then I want Marshall teeing off on Swift. So I think, again, it all depends on who you're fighting. Yeah, see? You're already saying it. Yeah, it all depends on who you're fighting. So that's the true battle. Right now, it's kind of like, you know, the only way you can really protect somebody like Swift is to put him in front against tank and hope that Marshall gets at him. That's what you're hoping for right now. I just did it. I just did Swift front and beat Loki. So look. Oh, that was air he tried to attack me with. Where was I forgot where the one I just beat him. Tank, is this still? This is me beating him. There was one I defended against his. He put his 86 million missile against my missile and lost. I don't know which one it was. I obviously have a lot of fights with Loki here. I don't know. Where he tried 4+1. I don't know. I don't know where it was, but he had it. I beat him. I beat a tank. I beat a missile and missile. Stronger missile at least, and it worked. Anyway, guys. So that's all for tonight. I gotta get a few more of these Discord reviews. So if you want to get it, if you want to get in there, by all means, hop into our Discord and put your stuff in, and we'll go over your account and review it and talk about your account. Probably on Friday. Friday, I'm going to be doing it. Tomorrow, I'm actually finally going to be off. So pickleball tomorrow, and then back on Friday, and then last week of Gold Vein on Saturday. All right. You guys could have been anywhere, and you were with us. Truly appreciate you. QB18 out.